Hey, we'd like to welcome everybody to C.D. Wentling Field here in Carey, Ohio for tonight's Region 22 matchup between the visiting Defiance Tinora Rams and the Carey Blue Devils. I'm Eric Mulholland, your host for tonight, otherwise known as the part of the Mo and Animal Show, and I'm here with Lucas, the Animal Wickheiser. How you doing tonight, Lucas?
Well, I'm just going to say, Mo, you're the sane one of this pair. Let's roll!
We let the animal out of the cage again tonight. So, Lucas, we thought we would start off a little bit before the bands get going and the players start to get ready. Talk a little bit about this Region 22 bracket, kind of like we did a little bit last week. It seemed like the theme of last weekend's games were a bunch of blowouts. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I think what was it last week for Archbold? For Archbold, they blew out Delta 44-7, and I know we can go over the other games, but I know Tinora won their game against Seneca East 57-14. So that was a blowout as well.
Yeah, and if you go right down the line there, Ashland Crestview, the number 2 seed, won big 42-7 over the Northwood Rangers.
Right.
The Columbus Grove Bulldogs had the other shutout of the bracket at 35-0 over Ottawa Hills. Mm-hmm. Liberty Center, which is a 2-loss team in the bracket, kind of put a whooping on Bluffton, 40-14.
Yep.
Our own league rival, the Colonel Crawford Eagles, went 50-0 over Cardinal Stritch.
Yeah, that was definitely impressive. I was expecting Crawford to win, but I wasn't expecting that.
And then, we, of course, had the 33-0 shutout.
Right.
The close game in the bracket was that 8-9 matchup where the Western Reserve Rough Riders pulled off the upset, I guess, if you want to call it that. A 9 beat an 8's not much of an upset.
Minor upset, yeah.
Yeah, beat the Gibsonburg Polar Bears, and that was a 15-14 score. I didn't hear any details on that, but that was really the only close game in the bracket.
It almost seemed like, at least with this first week of the playoffs in the region, it almost seemed like, and most of the teams that made it here are pretty good teams, but it's almost like the ones that weren't as good were getting weeded out, and that's again what's happening tonight here. Is we're going to see who's just. I mean, there's no room for error here. It's win or go home, and
the seeds held up.
Right.
You know, the seeds don't mean a whole lot because it's a computer number. It's not a voted on seed, but the seeds held up with the exception of Western Reserve, and that 8-9 matchup really isn't much of an upset. I kind of thought Western Reserve might win that one because Coach Stevenson up there at the Western Reserve has a pretty veteran ball club. And he's been tested here lately. And Gibsonburg, even though they have a lot of wins most seasons, sometimes they don't make the playoffs lately.
Right.
I think they had a 9-1 season a couple years ago. They didn't make it. So they play a little bit weaker schedule maybe. And Western Reserve came in there with games against Norwalk St. Paul and Crestview, and so they were tested and they pulled off the win there against Gibsonburg. So. Mm-hmm.
So it was basically like the usual suspects, kind of who you suspected would be here. So,
yeah, I think the games last week ended up exactly like I thought that they would. So the second round matchups then, the Archibald Blue Streaks 11-0 will then take on those 7-3 Western Reserve Rough Riders. What do you think about that matchup there, Lucas?
I think Western Reserve could make it a decent game, but I still think Archibald. I don't want to say this. Archbold is the class of the region, but I don't know. I think Archbold is going to win this game, but I don't want to jump the Crestview, but I still keep thinking the Cougars are the most talented team in the region, or most complete team, I guess. But Archbold, I know this might not make sense, but they seem to kind of be flying under the radar. Like everyone's paying attention to Crestview. Some people are paying attention to us, but Archbold's just going about their business. So, but I think they'll take care of business
the chatter online and the powers that be seem to be picking Archbold to go ahead and win that game and win this region. They seem to be the pick from most folks.
Right.
But I think it's going to be awfully difficult for Western Reserve to drive that all the way from Lorain County all the way to the northwest corner and pull off that upset against Archbold.
Right.
So I think Archbold's probably going to move on from there.
Mm-hmm.
The other game in that half is the Columbus Grove Bulldogs at 11-0 against the Liberty Center Tigers at 9-2.
I would almost think, and I mean, I obviously haven't watched much of the games for either of these teams, but I would almost think if you're an 11-0 team, there's more pressure on you to perform. I mean, it's win or go home for either team, obviously, but when you're 9-2, you've kind of gotten the bugs out of your system. You've lost a game or two, unfortunately, but you could just play free and easy and play the best you can play and play up to your potential and not really have to be pressured and thinking, holy crap, we're undefeated, we got to keep rolling.
Yeah, those are two perennial powers. I mean, year in and year out, Liberty Center and Columbus Grove have great ball clubs. It's just a community that's used to winning. I think they both have state championships in their trophy cases from years past. So, a lot of tradition there, a lot of pride, a lot of performance there, a lot of expectations, and that can go a long way. So that could be one heck of a ball game. The next one then would be the Crestview Cougars against the Colonel Crawford Eagles, 11-0 and a 10-1 there.
Right. I'm hoping that Crawford pulls off the upset, but again, if they did, it would be awfully hard for, let's say Carey won tonight, it'd be awfully hard for the Blue Devils to beat them twice in 1 year. But if I had to pick who's going to win that one, I would just say Crestview's going to win. They're just at a whole other level. I know Carey played them last year here at Wentling Field, but that team just seems like they've kicked it up a notch. They're rolling, and Haverdill, whatever he's figured out has worked. So I would pick Crestview to win that one.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a heck of a ball game. I think I'll play devil's advocate here. I just really like that run game of Molenkoff for the Eagles. He's going to be over 2,000-yard back on the season. He's averaging almost 200 yards a game. Well, over 200 yards a game.
Wow.
It just I feel like Crestview had a tough time stopping us last year with that run game, and I think if the Eagles come out and punch him in the mouth, they may be able to. It's on paper. That's the upset on paper, anyways.
Right.
So then the last matchup is the one we're about ready to watch here tonight. That's the 10-1 Tinora Rams and the 10-1 Carey Blue Devils. What do you think about that one, Lucas?
I think I was watching Tinora. I watched their old live stream against Antwerp, and they looked a lot like we did. They look mostly run heavy. They look kind of like we did when I was in high school, where we were very, very good at running the football, very solid defense, athletes and size everywhere. But the one Achilles heel that we had, and that I think Tinora has, if you put them in third and long situations, their pass game I don't think is quite as developed. They might make a big play with a good throw here and there, but I think if you take away the running game and put them in third and longs, that would be a key for Carey, one of the keys for Carey to win this game. So I'm not going to make a prediction. I think it's that close. But I would think if Carey can shut down Tenora's running game, that might spell doom for the Rams.
Yeah, all the folks over at Mark and Jennifer Nash's tailgate were asking me because they know I've done my homework on them. And I told them all, I said, man, I think we're looking at mirror images of each other right across the field. I mean, both of these teams are run-heavy teams. They both have veteran experience coaching staffs. They both got some seniors and some upperclassmen returning with a lot of experience.
Right.
We run the ball, we play defense. So I think we're looking at twins. If you look at statistically, the last 7 weeks and on the season, both teams lost their opening game to really tough ball clubs, and then have gone on a 10-game win streak.
I was just going to say that. I mean, they're both identical in the sense that they've lost their first game and have been rolling ever since. But some of the things that I've seen, though, that I think Carey could take advantage of is that for some reason it looked like Tinora loves to run the I formation. They love to run the wishbone, so they're old school. So again, if you shut them down, you can take advantage of that and put them in third and long situations. And then if you put Tinora in third and long situations, you got enough athletic defensive backs back there for Carey that I think they could make them pay for that, having to throw on third and long. So
yeah, I think the advantage for the Blue Devils, I think maybe that size that we've talked about all year. We know we've got nearly 20 kids on the roster who are 200 pounds. You got a 265-pound running back.
Right.
Our offensive and defensive linemen do not have to go both ways. And that makes a big difference. It may not be in the first quarter or the second quarter, but it gets to that mid part of the second half and the last part of that game, and you're getting pushed on by 275-pound guys all game long. That's going to wear on you. So
yeah,
I think that could be a difference. We'll see if the speed advantage for the Rams is a factor. I think on paper they feel like they have the speed advantage, and maybe they probably do. But, maybe the Blue Devils can negate that.
I was just going to say that, and I don't usually see many lines. I don't want to say this. I usually don't see many lines that are a good mix of size and speed. But I saw Tenora's line against Antwerp and a couple other games, and those guys, I saw a couple of their linemen are like 180, 185, which you usually wouldn't think that would be a good thing. But these guys, I think, the ones that are smaller are just better fundamentally and are better knocking the big guys off their blocks. But Tinora, if they can get a good run going with both size and speed on the line, that could be a problem for Carey.
Yeah, good technique will beat size any day.
Right.
You know, so if you got a guy who's 185, but he has a good technique, and I'm sure with Coach Krause for Tinora, who's been there for 24 years, he's got a bunch of guys who are very fundamentally sound. Mm-hmm. You know, I heard a couple of his interviews on some various podcasts in my research this week, and you know, Coach Krause knows what he's talking about. Sounds like he's a very well-spoken coach and very mild-mannered coach, but you know, he's probably a stickler for details like Coach Merschman is.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. You know, I also told some folks I wouldn't be surprised if it's a blowout running clock one way or the other, and I wouldn't be surprised if it went into overtime. And yeah, I just wouldn't be surprised by anything. I think you got two great quality teams that are going to face off tonight, and it's going to be a matter of, you know, performance and showing up and executing.
I know I got my, well, unless we wanted to go over some more things, I got my 3 keys to victory, and I've already kind of talked about some of them. But I know number 1 for Carey is you got to execute the run better than they do. Like we've been saying, they're mirror images of each other. These teams are mirror images of each other, and they both want to ground and pound the football, control the game, and chew up the clock. And like you said, I think whoever does a better job of controlling the ball and chewing up the clock, by the time you get to the end of the game, they're both going to be physically exhausted. These aren't finesse teams. You don't have Ferraris out racing each other. You've got 2 bulldozers going right at it. So you need to execute the run better than Tinora does. And then second of all, an interesting thing that I saw when I was studying Tinora is that the defense likes to run a lot of zone coverage. And so even though Carey is run heavy or run first team, if you want to attack Tinora, of course you want to attack them with big passes, but I think attacking them underneath might be the way to go as well. And then my final key to victory, like we've been saying, Tinora is a very strong team. Carey's a very strong team, but I think if you force Tinora into the 3rd and longs, if you can get them into 3rd and longs, that could give your corners a chance to close on the ball and make some plays.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking about is maybe the field conditions. You remember last week?
Right.
Well, here was mud bowl, or what do we call it, the mud bowl?
I just call it the mud pit.
But the field was awfully slippery and slimy and gross, and you know, RK Landscaping and Roger Crawford did a heck of a job getting it recovered, doing some rolling and taking care of it. And
she's beautiful, isn't she?
She looks beautiful today.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pause here for a moment while the color guard and the band.
All right. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, led to the field by drum major Brady Penwell and by majorettes Maddie Bowers, Kate Fredericks, Tori Fredericks, and Alex Garner. We proudly present the 2021 Pride of Carey, the Carey High School Bruno Marching Band. Please remain standing as the Blue Devil Band performs the CHS Alma Mater and the National Anthem. Colors are posted by the Black Lumberjack post 3759 of the VFW, and then Carey Earl Green post 344 of the American Legion.
That's Dr. Phil Miller and the Pride of Carey Blue Devil Marching Band. Another fine rendition of the national anthem and the alma mater.
They've always sounded sharp, Mo. They're first class.
It's always a nice touch also here at Carey with our veterans, doing the color guard.
Right.
I have a lot of contact with those guys over the year because we run our Veterans Day assembly, and many of those guys on that color guard there we've honored as honorees at our Veterans Day assembly. So it's always nice to see those guys perform that. It's a nice touch.
It's always a classy thing, but the one thing I'm always worried about when the band is kind of going through them or they're crossing at the same time, that nobody falls or trips or anything.
Yeah, hopefully that never happens. Don't jinx, right?
No jinx. But yeah, just the way they do it, it's just it looks cool.
We got veteran guys doing that, so maybe that's why they pick them. Maybe you have to try out for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but it's always a classy thing. I love seeing it.
So let's take another look there at those Tinora Rams we've been talking about. One piece of research that I found, I got on their Green Meadows Conference website, and it listed their returning all league choices, and first team choices for them. Number 22, KP DeLarber, the running back.
Oh, yeah.
Number 68, Bryce Bailey is the defensive end. Mm-hmm. Number 70, Braden Hancock is a defensive tackle. And number 42, Kason Wolfram is a linebacker. You know anything about those guys?
I know a lot. I know about KP DeLarber. He kind of looked, when I was watching the Antwerp live stream, which was where I got most of my footage from, he kind of looked like he was the combo, or kind of looked like he was the Thunder and a Thunder Lightning combination. But I know you said number 42 is definitely a Thunder in that backfield.
Yeah, and on the second team, they have number 65, Eric Bone. He's the center. Christian Camiso is the running back. He was the second team All-GMC. And then on the honorable mention was Brandon Edwards, number 5, and Nolan Schaefer, the quarterback, was an honorable mention from last year, returning for this year. So
right,
they got some good quality players returning from last year's team to this year's.
You know, the one player, and I know they're all worthy of respect, and they're all great players, but the one that makes me nervous is that Cole Camiso, number 6. He's a wide receiver and a kick returner, and you know who he reminded me of? He reminded me of Cade Crawford, because I think he took one to the house against Antwerp. He's very elusive, very fast, and I know Carey's done a better job of containing their athletes, but it's going to be a tall order for them to contain Cole Camiso. He's very, very fast and very elusive.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, like we've been talking all night, and we've talked earlier before this. I think we're looking at a mirror image of ourselves on the other side of the ball, and they've got some returning guys at their skill positions, on their offensive and defensive lines, in their linebacker core. I think maybe the one area that I heard Coach Krause talk about when I listened to a couple of his interviews was, he was maybe concerned about his defensive backfield, but it's now full season in, so a kid who was a sophomore or a freshman who's playing, now they're now a sophomore or a junior because you've got a full year of football in now. So
yeah, they're seasoned. But Mo, you talked about these teams being twins. I got a question. Who's the good twin? Who's the evil twin?
Well, I don't know what's good. Is it good to be good or is it good to be bad?
Well, being bad sometimes is more fun.
So another similarity, if you think about the results that ended their seasons last year, Tinora was eliminated from the playoffs with a 41-35 loss to Columbus Grove, who's back again this year.
Right.
We lost 35-28 to Archibald, who's back again this year. So a lot of similar results and comparisons from last year to this year.
Right.
So, Lucas, let me ask you this. How do you take that big whooping that we put on Tinora after the tournament was over last year and we went up there to Tinora to play an extra game and kind of put a whooping on the Rams? How do you judge that game?
I don't judge it at all because I think these two different teams. I forget what Tenora's record last year was, but I know they weren't 10-1 coming into that. I know
it was pretty good. I'm not
decent.
Sure, I'm not sure if it was But I think we were both about the same record.
Right, but I would completely toss that out the window. Maybe if they have a lot of this, like you said, returning players, both teams have a lot of this returning players, I would look and see how those guys have changed since then. But as far as judging who's going to win tonight, I wouldn't even take that into account last year.
Yeah, hopefully that's what Coach Merschman and our guys are doing also.
Right.
That game means absolutely nothing. Really meant absolutely nothing last year except for a little bit more experience, but it definitely is not going to count for a can of worms tonight, is it?
No, it isn't.
So, I think it could give the Blue Devils some confidence, and maybe could give the Tinora Rams a little bit of worry, or it gives them motivation, and it makes the Blue Devils a little bit overconfident. So,
well, I was going to say this, and I don't want to look ahead because this is a huge game, but you got Tinora, who we pounded last year. And then if the Blue Devils win, you got Crestview more than likely, who we pounded last year. And I'm a little worried because both these teams are going to be like, we got to get back at the Blue Devils. They pounded us last year.
Yeah, and if Colonel Crawford beats Crestview, that's another team we kind of pounded just this year. So, on paper it looks good, but you don't play football on paper. You play it on grass.
And I was going to say, the one thing that Carey's going to have to do is just keep bringing the intensity because you're going to have an angry Tinora team. They're going to remember what happened last year, and the only way to counter that is by bringing the intensity, playing discipline, playing focused, and just playing sound fundamentally.
I mentioned that playing on grass. I'm sure glad we're playing here and on grass.
Right.
From what I understand, the Tinora folks wanted to move this ball game up to Defiance and play on some turf.
Oh no, we're going to play this one the old school way.
You don't want to give up your home game, and on top of that, there's probably a reason they want to play on turf if they got a little speed advantage. They don't want to play on grass.
Well, and Tenora's a very good team, and I would not take shots at them, but I was kind of laughing last week when we beat Van Buren. And I saw the score when Tinora beat Seneca 57-14. I'm like, I started laughing. I go, there's no way they score 57 in this mess. No way.
Yeah, definitely not too many people were scoring lots of points last week. But to me, it's just fun. I think football belongs on grass on a natural surface. If it's cold, you play in the cold. If it's rainy, you play in the rain. If it's muddy, you get muddy. If it's snowy, you play in the snow. That's what makes football great.
We're in northern Ohio. It's early November. It's about 40, 50 degrees.
Yeah.
We don't need no carpets or domes. Let's just play the old school way.
We don't play no dome. We don't play no carpet. Let's play on the dirt and get dirty. So I'm glad the Blue Devils are home. I'm happy we didn't move that ball game up there to Defiance. Plus, we would have missed out on calling another ball game, right?
Well, you got to know that was their plan. They're trying to cheat us out of an episode of Mo and Animal Show. That ain't gonna work.
Simmer down, Animal. I'll put you back in your cage if you don't simmer down now, okay?
But no, they're not gonna shortchange us an episode of the Mo and Animal Show.
We would have had to run all the way up there to Defiance County and stop you from breaking in the stadium. Taking away an opportunity from the animal. So, should we talk about our own Blue Devils?
Well, as long as we can talk about our Blue Devils and not about the disaster that happened to my Cleveland Browns last week, we're good. Unless you want to go into that.
I'm going to take it easy. I'll see if I need to go to our bag of tricks and talk about the Steelers pulling out that victory against your Brownies. I know you're a little bit heartbroken on that one,
I needed some Excedrin after that. I had a migraine.
So why don't we go ahead and talk about our Blue Devils here? Kind of senior-laden team. This is a team with a lot of experience, played a lot of extra games at the end of seasons because they're making the playoffs regularly now. But I think where it starts is that big offensive line. You think about, and we got their pictures right down here in front of us. You got Steen and Stahl and Carody and both Paul boys and Klaus and Ferguson. I mean, it's just a big old bunch of bruisers up front for the Blue Devils.
And I know everyone focuses on, the flashy players, the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. Well, I'll be honest with you. You don't go anywhere without good line play at all.
Ask any good coach and any good, program, and they're going to tell you, we need those beef eaters up front. And the Blue Devils got them. And if you haven't watched the Carey Blue Devils, if you're just joining us now, we got a line that averages probably 250 plus maybe?
I'd say at least 250
across that front of the offensive line, and probably pretty similar, maybe a little bit heavier on that defensive side.
Right.
At the skill positions, we got the veteran returning Derek Lonsway, who's running the show at the quarterback. Derek's a two-threat kind of guy. He's going to have 1,000 yards both throwing and receiving, or throwing and rushing on the season. So, a lot of times that's where you look to.
And like you always say, Mo, when these guys are down here on the sideline, you can kind of see their emotion level, kind of gauge how they're feeling, kind of gauge what's going on. I sense these guys are fired up, but I sense that they're focused. They're all business tonight, and hopefully they play that way.
Looks like everybody's about ready, but it still shows 3 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock here, so we might got to keep chatting. Doesn't look like the referees are going to let them start early. So, then you look in the backfield. Another senior in the backfield. The big, we call him the Winnebago.
Oh,
Winnebago, Jordan Vallejo, the 265-pound running back. He's been performing all year, hasn't he?
I'm still just, my mind is blown. I knew he was obviously going to be a power back, obviously, because he's a big guy. But he reminds me just of, I'm going to say it, I think we said it earlier in the season, he does remind me of Jerome Bettis. He's so nimble, too. He's got great footwork for a bigger guy.
He sure does. And he wasn't playing a lot against Hope Loud in the loss at the beginning of the year. It was the second half of that Galleon game he got in, and he took control.
I never knew that. Kind of makes you wonder if they had played the whole game against Hope, if it had been different.
Very possibly. So, then on the defensive side, we got some veteran guys in that secondary. Anthony Bell and Bryce Conti, the two seniors, stepbrothers. The all-stater. Conti's got the all-time career interception record here at Carey High School, and likely going to be a 3-time all-stater. So a lot of times he gets put on the island out there to shut down a wide receiver, but Bryce Conti and Anthony Bell are real solid defensive backs in that backfield.
I know we just talked about all the athletes and all the guys, all the seniors, and that's great, and senior leadership, but I'm gonna try to keep it simmered down like you said. But at this point in the season, it all comes down to how bad do you want it.
Yep.
Because if you want it bad enough, you're gonna play disciplined, you're gonna play focused, you're gonna play angry, and you're gonna knock the guy's helmet off next to you. You're gonna knock him on his butt.
And then one more last person, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention it. He normally wears number 32, but tonight he's going to be wearing number 51. That's Landon Kemmerly, the standout 2-year returning junior middle linebacker he's probably got 125 tackles on the season by now. He's one of the league leaders, and last week he had one heck of a ball game. He was all over the field.
That's what I was just going to say. Even if he might not be the one making the tackle, he is always in the vicinity. He's got a motor. He's got a nose for the football. He knows exactly where to be at the right time.
So we're ready to roll here from C.D. Wetling Field. Anthony Cool Papa Bell to kick off.
Back to the return, ladies and gentlemen. Settle in, grab the popcorn. This is going to be a good one.
Number 10, Braden Edwards to return. He's got a little bit of room and a little bit of seam. He's got room. Anthony Bell. Anthony Bell kind of tripped him up a little bit, but a heck of a return there from Edwards. Puts the ball at midfield for the Rams to start.
I was just going to say this, Mo. I just was thinking this, is that usually at the beginning of the half, whether it's the first half or second half, if you've got a deep threat, whether it's Carey or Tinora, you always got to worry about giving up a big play to start the game. And unfortunately for the Blue Devils, the Rams have a good start here. So we'll see how ready this defense is as Tinora settles in for their first drive.
First and 10 Rams at the 49-yard line. They're breaking the huddle here in their road whites. Blue Devils in their navy. Schaefer under center. He's going to hand it off to. That's Wolfram. No, that's Camiso. Number 29.
Christian
That's
Camiso.
Christian Camiso. Nice 6 or so. 6 or 7 yard gain there for Camiso. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 now for the Rams. Into Blue Devil territory. Just underway here. 11:30 left in this first quarter.
You know, and maybe Tinora was giving Carey a taste of their own medicine, because even though that was last year when we had Cade Crawford, we would do this to opponents a lot. We'd start around midfield, but now Tenora's got that opportunity.
One Camiso out, the other Camiso comes in. Schaefer's going to be under center again. He's going to roll right. He's got a little pressure there, but goes past number 10, Edwards, who we already know can fly. He's pushed out of bounds by number 3. That's Carter Smiley.
I don't know who was covering the flat, but there was a busted assignment somewhere. There was no coverage out there.
Yeah, he had some good blocking downfield there by the receiver. So nice, probably 20-yard gain there for the Rams. So it'll be 1st down and 10 on the 25.
Yep, 1st and 10 on the 25. You're right. But yeah, there was no coverage in the flat. You know, I think that's another thing Carey's going to have to do, not just slow down the running game, but just contain athletes, whether they're quarterbacks, running backs, or wide receivers. And right now the Blue Devils are kind of struggling to keep up.
There was some pressure there on Schaefer just for a moment, but he dumped it off to his receiver.
Right.
Big gain there for the Rams. Going to hand it off to Camiso. He's met immediately. There we go. That's Trenton Stahl. Nope, that's Landon Kemmerly. Kemmerly wearing 51 tonight. You're going to hear his name quite often tonight. Landon Kemmerly, number 51. Filled the hole, met Camiso at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They stonewalled him on that play. That was a good response.
10:44 and counting. 2nd down and 11 for the Rams.
Yep, 2nd and long on the 26.
I'm not sure what kind of kicking game the Rams have. We know that the Blue Devils have Anthony Cool Papa Bell that can boot from about 40 yards.
Right. But no, yeah, containment for Carey is going to be a big
Christian Camiso
deal.
checks out. They got DeLarber in the backfield with Schaefer in the shotgun. He goes in motion. Going to pitch it to Edwards.
Oh, that was a perfect execution. Can they stop him?
Tackled there. Number 64, Butch Broadman, came and tackled him from behind with a little help from Cooper Broadman.
And that's what makes the option or the pitch so deadly, is if you can key in on when to pitch the ball at the right time if you're the quarterback. The only, and I mean only way you shut that down is with solid tackling, and Carey was not in position to make a play.
Yeah, missed a tackle there about 3 yards downfield, but hit that quarterback. Go ahead and hit that quarterback. I heard Coach Krause talk in one of the interviews that they haven't run Schaefer a lot this year, but they have a package all set up for him. Apparently they ran a whole bunch against Columbus Grove last year, and they try not to use it if they don't have to, but he's always there as another weapon. So Camiso behind Schaefer. They're going to hand it off to DeLarber. He's got room, and he's going to get inside to 5. Tackled by number 88, E.J. Bowes there. As we approach 9:30 in this first quarter left. Rams are moving the ball. Threatening to score here. Can't get a 1st down here inside this 5-yard line, but can still get a 1st down. Great scheme here for Coach Krause and the Rams. They just spread this out a little bit, using some motion, and like you said, using those speedy, well-trained offensive linemen to open some holes. Got a penalty here. False start on the Rams.
That might be the only thing they've done wrong so far in this game. And now let's see if the Blue Devil defense can stiffen up and keep these athletes at bay here.
I didn't see who it was, but helps the Blue Devils a little bit.
Right, they need it. They need it. This first drive, even though I love our guys, has not gone the way Carey would have
winds
hoped.
at 8:50. About 2nd down and 6. Can still get a 1st down inside that 3-yard line or so.
Yep, 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Schaefer comes from the sideline into the huddle. He's going to have 3 guys in that wing tee behind Schaefer. He's going to hand it off to DeLarber. He's got a guy open, number 10. No good, bounced it. Had a little pressure there from Easton Crody playing a little defense.
Right, that was good pressure.
And Lance Woods.
That was great pressure because Schaefer's normally been on target whenever he's even thrown into the flat. And he didn't really have time to put much air on the ball, and that's because, like you said, there was good pressure.
Yeah, Easton Carodi, normally the offensive tackle there, the Youngstown State commit. He's in there on the defensive line now. I also see Ashton Klaus out there for the Blue Devils. So Blue Devils using some of those big offensive linemen on their defensive line here as well.
You got to wonder, though, if Tinora gets stopped here on 3rd down, would they kick the field goal or go? I would think
same formation for the Rams.
Yeah, they're in the wishbone right here.
Going to pitch it out inside. Nothing doing there. Who'd he run into?
Oh, man.
Who'd he run into that time? Is that Lance Woods? Number 11, Lance Wood, that senior we talked about. Or was that to Klaus? I'm not sure who made that tackle, but filled the hole nicely there.
4th and 5 at the 9.
That penalty was a big difference there for the Rams.
Right.
Backed them up 5 yards, and they kind of stopped their momentum. So,
really, they're going to kick here? I don't know what kind of kicking game they've got.
Number 85, Dylan Camp to kick.
Yep.
He's going to be right about the 17-yard line, so 27-yard field goal. And then he's going to miss it.
Wow.
That's far right.
That was a huge miss.
Had that tough angle on that left hash.
Right.
He just pushed it to the right.
And you got to think, you know, I mean, I know we watch the scoreboard, I know we watch the stats, but there's one real thing at play in this game. All 4 quarters is momentum. Tinora had all the momentum going down, and it just swung back right the other way.
And they always talk about that third down conversion.
Right.
You know, we weren't stopping the Rams all the way down the field, and then they got that third down play, and then they had a penalty, and then couldn't convert, and had to kick the field goal, and just didn't make it. So that could be a big moment in this ball game for the Carey Blue Devils. 7:50 and counting.
And now the important thing here, don't turn it over down here. Just get moving, get a drive rolling.
I think it's number 11, Lance Woods with the carry.
That's different. I don't usually see that.
Yeah, he's going to get about 2 yards there. 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils.
But I would think if you're Carey, if you can get a drive rolling, I almost think you'd want to get a slow, methodical drive and just pound away at this defensive line.
Yeah, burn some clock. I mean, the way the Rams perform in their first possession there, you don't want them to have the ball in their hands.
Right.
So Conti's off to the right.
2nd and 8
We
on
got
the 22.
Lonsway in the shotgun.
2nd and 8 on the 22.
Vallejo comes in motion, and Lonsway's going to keep it. He has a little bit of room, but then it's stopped pretty quickly there by number 29. That's Christian Camiso.
Yeah, they closed pretty fast on that play. I will give Lonsway credit, though. If there's one thing he always does, no matter if it's for a 2 or 3 yard gain or a 50-yard touchdown, he always runs hard.
So we're going to have about a 3rd down and 4 or 5 yards here. 6:40 left in this first quarter.
Yep,
Blue Devils with a big moment here.
3rd and 4 on the 26.
So Vallejo in the backfield with Lonsway. Anthony Bell off to the right. Lonsway's going to hand it off to Vallejo. He's got room.
He's got a convoy.
Nice carry there from Jordan Vallejo. He's tackled by number 22, KP DeLarmer. First down, Blue Devils.
I think whoever's going to win this game is going to be the one that makes plays like you just saw. Nothing pretty, but it's just entirely physical. Big guys battling in the trenches, and that time, the boys in blue won.
Got to convert on 3rd down.
Right.
So they're split. Conti off to the left. Bell and E.J. Bose off to the right. And Vallejo will be in the backfield with Derek Lonsway.
1st and 10 on the 36.
Bell goes in motion. Keeper for Lonsway. Nothing doing. We got a penalty in the far sideline, though.
Wonder what the flag was for.
That's a sideline warning on Tinora.
Oh, man.
So no actual assessment on that play, but the next one would be. So sideline warning on the Tinora Rams. 5:40 left and counting. 2nd down and 10 now for the Blue Devils.
Indication was a sideline warning on the Rams.
I know everyone's jacked up and wired, but you got to keep it under control.
Double tights and stacked behind Lonsway. You're going to pitch it to Anthony Bell. No room there.
You know, and Tinora on that
Great
play.
pursuit. Tackled by number 4, Grady Gusweiler.
I was just going to say, Tinora on that play did a good job of setting the edge. For those of you who've listened to other broadcasts, I always like using that term. That means when your defense can prevent the running back from going north and south and forces them to run east and west, which is great news for a defense.
So 3rd down and 10 now for the Blue Devils.
Yep, 3rd and long.
See if they decide to throw it at all. We haven't seen a pass yet from the Blue Devils.
Nope, 3rd and 10.
Vallejo in the backfield with Lonsway again. Got a little bit of time, decides to run it. Stumbles, doesn't quite get there. He gets about 4 yards, but that's not going to be enough for a 1st down. He's tackled by number 12, Braden Rossetti. So 4th down and 6 for the Blue Devils. They'll have to punt.
I see, you got to give it to Lonsway. He thought he could escape, and he is a pretty elusive quarterback, but they had a good containment on the edge there.
So Anthony Bell to punt. Number 2, Gavin Eckert. And number 6, Cole Camiso to return.
And Camiso's the one to watch. He's like a Cade Crawford type. This kid is fast and he's elusive. So if I'm Carey, I'm containing here.
Nice punt there from
That was a
Anthony
good
Bell.
punt.
Camiso's going to get it. He's going to head left. We got a penalty at the point of the reception, so probably going to be a legal block or a hold there on the Rams. So they're going to be back inside the 20-yard line.
And on the tackle for the Blue Devils, number 11, Lance Woods.
Did he pick up the penalty?
I don't know. Maybe he did. It looks like he
Did I see a penalty?
I thought I saw a flag. Didn't you, Mo?
Maybe it was a marker for where we see. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams on the 30-yard line. No penalty on that play. My apologies. 3:57 left in this first quarter. No score. Camiso in the backfield behind Schaefer. It's going to be Camiso. Keeps the feet grinding, but nothing doing there. Lance Woods in on the tackle, along with Drew Steen, number 72.
I said good swarming defense there. That's classic Carey defense, and they need to do more of that if they want to win this game tonight.
Yeah, it seems like the success for the Blue Devils always comes from if Steen and Stahl and Broadman can get some penetration there on that defensive line, and on that play they did.
2nd and 9 on the 31.
Going with that 3-man front here at the moment for the Blue Devils. Going to walk the linebackers up, maybe up to the ends. Schaefer in the shotgun. He's going to come to the left. Looked like they snuffed that out. The Blue Devils had that snuffed out.
Oh, man, beautiful, beautiful.
That's Lance Woods again. Did you notice the shift right before that? Like the Blue Devils knew it was going to go that way.
Right, and then you saw everyone just heading that way.
So that's a good sign for the Blue Devils. 3rd down and about 6 now for Tinora. 2:53 and counting.
Yep, it's 3rd and 6 at the Tinora 34. And another big thing, even though Carey got off the field last time, is get off the field on 3rd down. You cannot let Tinora extend drives either.
This seems to be the theme of the game so far. These 3rd downs, who can convert and who can't. So far, the Rams have been able to convert on most of theirs. Stalled out toward the goal line there earlier. So Schaefer in the shotgun. He's going to roll right again. Pitches out there to Camiso, and it's a reception for a 1st down. Number 6, Cole Camiso this time. He gets that reception and just gets past the 1st down marker, and he's tackled by number 40, Bryce Conti. So 1st and 10, Rams now on the 41. They get the conversion. So Schaefer's going to huddle up. They'll break the huddle here. He's going to have Camiso in the backfield with DeLarber. He's going to go under center this time. He's going to hand it off to DeLarber. He's got a little bit of room. Gets about 4 yards there. Nice 1st-yard gain. I'm sure Coach Krause will be happy with that.
I don't know who's cheering, but I heard way to go Butch. He was in on that tackle, Butch Broadman.
So about a 3-yard gain there. Kemmerly finally brings him down. Thought he maybe had a few more yards than that, but 3-yard gain. That's 3 yards in a cloud of dust, right?
That's the Woody Hayes philosophy right there.
1:52 and counting. No score here at Carey High School. 2nd down and 7 here for the Rams. Nearing midfield. They're going to break huddle here. Schaefer's going to go back under center. He's going to hand it off to Edwards. Gets a little bit of yardage, tripped up there. That's by number 44, Cooper Broadman.
Might be, 3rd and 2, 3, maybe?
Looks like a 3rd and 3.
3, yep. And I would hate this unless I'm a defensive coordinator bringing the house. How do you defend that? I mean, 3rd and 3, it's awfully hard to defend that.
Yeah, I think, let your defensive line to hold that line of scrimmage and let your stud middle linebacker clean it up. They're going to spread a couple guys out this time. They're going to have number 5, Nolan Schaefer, in the backfield. They're going to go right this time. Jet sweep. Nothing doing. Trenton Stahl from behind made that tackle. It's going to be 4th down for the Rams. Big stop there on 3rd down.
That was huge.
46 seconds left in this 1st quarter. No score. 4th down and 4 now for the Rams.
Is it just me or this first quarter go incredibly fast?
Man, it's flying. The ground and pound is happening tonight.
Right.
We might get out of here before my bedtime.
I could say something, but I'm going to be nice.
So number 5, Nolan Schaefer, the quarterback, is also the punter apparently.
Does this kid got a death wish? He want to get hurt? I don't know why he's the punter. That's a decent kick.
Well, that's going to go right to Bell. He's going to catch it in stride. He's got a little bit of room. Catches the edge. Tiptoes the sideline.
Wow.
And gets out to about the 33-yard line.
He made something out of nothing there. That was good. That was good awareness.
If he had about another 3 yards of that sideline, I think he might have had a chance, but decided to just jump airborne and get another 3 or 4 yards.
Right.
Nice catch there. Saved a whole bunch of yardage.
Yes, he
if
did.
If he let that go, that would have been probably down inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, that would have been a beautiful punt for Tinora, but a good special teams play there.
So 5 seconds left in this first quarter. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. We're going to have Bell off to the left, and Vallejo in the backfield with Lonsway. Hand it off to Vallejo. He's got nothing.
Yeah, they had him stonewalled there.
Yeah, that's number 67. Javen Gaines on the tackle. No gain. Going to be 2nd down and 10. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Well, we got exactly what we thought we might get here, Lucas.
Like you
got
said.
a deadlocked 0-0 ball game here.
Right. Well, like you were saying, either somebody was going to run away with this one because of how we both control the football offensively, or a low-scoring game, which it looks like that's what we're in for.
Yeah, the dogfight. And this is something neither of these teams are used to. Their last 7 games between the two of them have been blowouts.
Right.
I think I had some statistics here someplace about that, but it was something crazy. Carey has pitched 5 shutouts in the last 6 games and has outscored opponents 337 to 28 in the last 7 weeks. Tinora has had 3 shutouts in the last 6 games and has outscored their opponents 321 to 35.
Oh, boy.
So it's been a while since either of these teams have been in a dogfight. But that's what football's all about, folks.
Yep, we're in Northern Ohio. This is small town high school football. Early November, there's a small chill in the air, and there's 2 great football teams just slugging it out.
Yeah, we're switching sides here now. I can't see that.
Mary Stoops, give me some love.
Mary Stoops.
Just got a big shout out there from Terry Stoops watching us on the live stream. What's up, Terry? Hey, Terry Stoops, he's a Steelers fan too also.
Aww.
That's another good thing about him.
Well, hey, nobody's perfect.
So Lonsway in the shotgun with Vallejo. Familiar formation here for the Blue Devils. He's going to drop back to pass. Got Bell open with the catch.
Wow!
Kind of threw a little duck there, but
I almost thought he dropped that one.
yeah.
But he got it.
It looked ugly, but it fell in Anthony Bell's hands, and it'll work. Tackle by KP DeLarber.
That was
first
beautiful.
down Blue Devils.
And that's Carey's first big play. Let's see if it kickstarts this offense. First down and 10 on the 45-yard line, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so the Blue Devils are in business now. This is the first time they've been in the Rams side of the field, correct?
Right, I think it is. I think you're right.
And the Rams are stacking the box here. Let's see if the Blue Devils can get outside of this. Lonzo with the keeper, and he's got room. Let's see if he can beat DeLarber. Fumbled it out of bounds there, but he's tackled out of bounds by number 22, KP DeLarber.
He got extremely lucky. He fumbled that out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he was well out of bounds when that came loose, but
right.
Nice gain there from Derek Lonsway.
Yeah,
first down Blue Devils.
It's almost, and he's run, I think, 3 or 4 keepers already, and he's definitely going by the saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Well, they may be keying on Vallejo.
Right.
Vallejo, the 1,000-yard back himself, he's been the ground game eater, yards eater.
Right.
So they're going to double stack it here, and that power eye behind Lonsway this time. Familiar formation for the Blue Devils.
First and 10 on the 29.
Vallejo with the carry. He kind of tiptoed a little bit, turned it sideways to get that big belly through, and then it kept the ball moving, didn't he?
I know it's not muddy, but it's almost like the Winnebago's just going mud, and he's got to get down and dirty with his
Well, we're
defensive
amazed
linemen.
every week at the athleticism of Jordan Vallejo. You know, if you haven't watched Jordan before, 265-pound running back who typically is running people over left and right, but he also has a turn-on speed and can move, and we've seen him do spin moves and hurdle people and all kind of stuff. So
2nd and 5 on the 24.
Lonsway with the keep, and he's got a little bit of room, tripped up there by someone in that line area. He's going to be close to that first down.
I think he got it.
The near side referee's pointing first down, so the Blue Devils are in action here. 10:40 and counting. Second quarter now for the Blue Devils are threatening.
1st and 10 on the 18.
Well, you know, and this puts you in Anthony Bell's range as a field goal,
right?
If you can't punch it into the end zone, but
right,
you definitely want to punch it in the end zone if you're the Blue Devils.
It's definitely an underrated weapon, though. If we have to use Anthony Bell, I think points are going to be at a premium again tonight.
Double tight ends stacked behind Lonsway. Anybody can get the ball in this formation. It's going to be Bell. He cuts it back.
Oh man, he almost got it. He almost loose.
That was 22. KP DeLarber. He doesn't make that tackle. He's going to the house.
I was going to say, he just about worked himself loose. That was a touchdown-saving tackle by KP DeLarber. You're absolutely right.
And if you haven't been watching the Blue Devils this year, Lance Rickle has been the feature back with Vallejo all year, and against Seneca East, he broke his collarbone. Anthony Bell stepped in, has been doing a fine job that running back spot.
2nd and 5 on the 13.
Anthony Bell is all-purpose, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kicks, defensive back.
He runs it.
And a running back. So shotgun this time for Lonsway. Going to have Vallejo to his left. Going to keep it. He's got a blocker in front. Sidesteps for a couple yards, but not a lot.
That's one thing I was going to say about Lonsway. Not only does he run hard, he runs extremely patient, because did you see the way that play unfolded? He wasn't going, I mean, he was going ahead, obviously. He was going forward, but it's like he was picking his spots and waiting for the play to develop, and that's what you want in a runner.
I don't know if you watched that heck of a block there from, I don't know which one of our offensive linemen, but took out number 2, Gavin Eckert there pretty good on that play.
Hey, right.
He's still looking like he's trying to find himself.
Oh,
so
man.
3rd down and 3 now for the Blue Devils.
Yep.
Big moment again in this ball game. Another 3rd down, Lucas. Going to hand it off to Vallejo, and he's going to keep that line moving. That's going to keep going, folks.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look at that scrum.
That happens with us all the time. Don't get involved, fellas. Don't get involved. So now you got to decide who the penalty's on. It's going to be a 1st down still also, but you can't get drawn into those types of shenanigans. That can be the difference in a score or no score.
I almost thought the ball was loose, but was there some sort of personal foul?
Yeah, I think some took offense to the blocking and the moving and
right.
Came out of there scrapping a little bit. It's going to be on the Rams.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If they're offended by the rugby scrum or the blocking, they obviously didn't study enough film, because we do that all the time.
You know, if you're watching this and you're a Carey folk, you know you're coached around here to block until the whistle, and that's exactly what was going on.
Right.
The Blue Devils getting this scrum quite often on the year, and it got an extra 5 yards out of that plus the penalty. So now right at the 3-yard line here for the Blue Devils.
First and goal on the 3.
Bring in number 49, Isaac Carmen.
Bring in extra muscle.
Bell is close. He's down inside the 1-yard line, but he is close.
I saw a couple guys signaling touchdown, but not quite yet, fellas.
Yeah, the only ones that count are the ones in the stripes, right?
Right.
So inside the 1-yard line, 2nd down and goal for the Blue Devils. Approaching 8 minutes left in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I would say one thing. I mean, it'd probably be fun to be one of those linemen pushing in the rugby scrum, but I'd hate to be the dude at the bottom of that pile. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I feel like the Blue Devil offensive line is kind of dictating right here at the moment. Confusion. In. Was that Isaac Carmen?
Touchdown.
Number 49, Isaac Carmen.
Beautiful.
And my wife Stacy at home is probably cheering for old Isaac Carmen. He's one of our wrestlers, our 220-pounder. He's a good kid, so good for Isaac Carmen.
A huge touchdown to start this game.
So the very reliable Anthony Cool Papa Bell, hopefully I didn't just jinx him here. He's going to take the snap from E.J. Bowes, the hole from Carter Smiley, and the all-state kicker, Anthony Cool Papa Bell, to try to get this extra point. Up and good.
Up and good.
Blue Devils strike first. 7-0. 7:55 left in this half. That could be the difference, right? The third down conversions.
Right. Why do I get the feeling that's going to be a huge play?
You know, whoever can get the stops or whoever can get the conversions, looks like they may be able to pull out this ball game. Good sign here for the Blue Devils. You know, you watch a college game and those big beef eaters come over to the sideline after a drive like that. Look at our big boys down there come over and take a little rest. Colin Ferguson's getting his looks like a horse down there getting a horseshoe changed. Ellie the trainer's getting the dirt out of his cleats.
Well, I'll tell you what, these guys have earned it. They deserve a little bit of a rest.
So I got a little second here. I'm going to throw out my shout-outs. I got a whole bunch of people around the world who are watching the game tonight. I think Ryan Wetling, who's normally our timer over here, he's in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan,
north of the
watching.
border, huh?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of guys who are Virginia Tech guys. They're out there hunting for bear or something.
Oh,
but
cool.
Shout out to Canada, yay.
Those Canadians love their hockey as much as we love this high school football team.
Yeah. So hopefully they don't put it in the hand of number 10, Brandon Edwards back here. He's the one with the big return to start the ball game off. Beside him looks like number 11, Cole Anders. This is going to be a line drive. And Edwards has it. He's going to head left.
Trying to find a
He's
hole. He's got room.
And again, tackle from behind by number 51, Landon Kemmerly.
Yep.
Just see if you remembered he was 51.
Yeah, I was almost confused there because he wasn't 32 like he normally is. But yeah, another good start for Tinora, at least good field position. So it'll be up to the Blue Devil defense to look alive and shut this drive down.
Yeah, before the ball game, the normal 51, Cameron Paul, came up to me and said, "Hey, Mr. Mulholland, I switched jerseys with Kemmerly." I said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, he might be playing some guard tonight." So they switched jerseys. But Cameron Paul would have normally been a starter on the offensive line,
right.
But blew his knee out to start the season.
Yeah. First and 10
They're
on the
gonna put it
35.
up. Short pass there. Got it in the hands of number 11. That's Cole Anders. That's a gain of about 7 yards.
Captain Schaefer is good. Number 10, Brandon Edwards. And on the tackle, number 3, Carter Smiley.
Number 3, Carter Smiley with the tackle. He's another one of those players that's been filling in for Lance Rickle when Lance went out with that collarbone injury against Seneca East and been doing a pretty nice job there. Sophomore Carter Smiley. We're getting that wing tee behind Schaefer now.
Yep, 2nd and 4 on the 41.
Going to go deep. They got guys going deep here. Fires it to Camiso.
Oh, man.
Bryce Conti with a nice hit there.
If he's going to catch it, at least let him know you're there.
Number 6, Cole Camiso catches it, but he's met immediately by number 40, Bryce Conti, the All-State defensive back. Got a little bit of misdirection going on that play and found a little guy in the flat there open up. So nice little pitch and catch there for the Rams. They check a lot of guys in and out of the ball game here for Coach Krause.
Yeah, they do sub a lot.
So Schaefer's going to go under center. He's going to have that big Camiso in the backfield.
First and 10 on the 49.
He's going to pitch it to Camiso. And he's met by Butch Brawlman and Lance Woods there. E.J. Bowes as well. Host of Blue Devils swarming to the ball. That's a good sign.
Camiso kept pushing, though. I'll give him that. He kept them legs a-churning.
3-yard gain here. 2nd down and 7 now for the Rams. 6 minutes left in this half. Rams moving the ball now into Blue Devil territory.
Yep, 2nd and 7 at the 48.
So Gustweiler out, Camiso in. Christian Camiso behind Schaefer is going to go under center. 2nd down and 7 Rams. It's going to be Camiso. Nope, the pitch is no good there.
Oh, man.
The Blue Devils shut down that pitch. They were looking to pitch it out there to Cole Anders. And the Blue Devil penetration allowed him not to pitch there, so he had to keep it.
Penetration and solid tackling, that's the ways you shut down the pitch.
So no gain there, 3rd down and 7. Big moment here again in the ball game. Another 3rd down. 5:30 left and counting. You know, the one thing about the Rams, they're content to let that clock run. They'll get in that huddle, 10 yards off the ball, and they'll wind it down to under 10 seconds on the play count nearly every time.
3rd and 8 on the 49.
Schaefer with Camiso behind him. Anders goes in motion. They're going to pitch it out here. What's it doing?
After him.
The double move. Did he get him? Oh! I don't think that was a planned double move, but it almost worked out for the Rams.
If the quarterback had more time to set his feet, he would have a touchdown right there.
Yeah, was that number 71? Trevor Stahl had his big paw up in his face, right?
I say Stahl was about ready to sack him there.
Do you go for it here, or do you go ahead and punt?
I don't know. I think if you're Tinora,
you got the quarterback as your punter, so always beware here.
you can fake too, yeah.
I think at this point, just go ahead and let them punt it. Just play some defense here. Make sure they don't convert.
Although if Carey comes down and scores again.
They blocked it! Blocked it! That's Gage Summit, number 26 with the block. Big moment in the ball game for the Blue Devils.
Wow.
Gage Summit, number 26, got in there and blocked that punt.
You don't see too many of those, do you?
This could be a big moment in the ball game.
Wow, it's
4:55 left and 3 timeouts for the Blue Devils.
Folks, for those of you at home, if you could just hear this crowd, they have gone absolutely berserk. Wow.
So 1st and 10 Blue Devils on the 45-yard line. Again, 4:55 left. All 3 timeouts in their pocket, so plenty of time. You almost don't want to score too quickly here.
I know you saw the block first, Mo, but I had to let it register for a millisecond. I'm like, did it just happen?
Well, I saw Gage coming. I thought it was possible. Now I'm thinking, don't rough him. Lance Woods with the carry now. He's going to get a couple yards there. Not a lie.
I know it's still early in the game, but with either a big penalty or big plays, every time one of these happens, whether it's the block or the penalty that got Carey in a position to score the first touchdown, you got to think it's almost Carey's just feeding on that and feeding on that and feeding on that, and sooner or later, it's going to be bad news for the Rams.
Yeah, you got to keep that energy, though.
Right.
Don't make it turn into losing focus.
Right. Got to
So
stay.
Vallejo beside Lonsway. We're going to split Niedekor and Bell off to the left and probably Conti off to the right. Hand it off to Vallejo.
Trying to find
He's
his
going to keep
footing.
it moving. Fumble.
Oh boy.
I think he was down. Yeah, they called him down there. Not a big gain though. Maybe 3 yards on the carry there for Jordan Vallejo. It's going to be about 3rd and 6. Clock winding under 4 minutes now. 3:55 and counting. 3rd down and 6 now for the Blue Devils.
Yep, it's 3rd and 6 at the 41. If Carey can convert this 3rd down, I'd be interested to see if they can punch this in later in the
I
drive.
think you've run as much clock here as you can if you're Derek Lonsway as well.
Right.
Under 5 now on the play clock. He snaps it. It's going to come left. Following Vallejo. I think he had some room if he just followed Jordan Vallejo there. He kind of tiptoed a little bit too much in the backfield. Lost some yards there. So I think the Blue Devils will choose to punt here. Don't want to give the Rams any more field position than you have to. 3:19 and counting. Play clock is at 25.
Just
You'd
let it go.
hope they would run as much time off that clock as they could here.
Right.
No reason to snap this until it's under 5 seconds or so.
I wonder if he could coffin corner it right here. Maybe. I don't know.
Bell with the punt. It's going to bounce. Now it's going to take a Blue Devil roll.
And he picked it
Number
up.
2 picked it up. And nothing
That was
doing.
a big mistake right there.
Well, or maybe not, because if he would have let it roll, it's probably going to get down inside the 5.
True. I don't know. Maybe he was screwed either way.
He
Maybe.
almost squeezed through there, and then there wasn't a lot of coverage after that, so I'm not sure who made that tackle, but good tackle there to pin the Rams deep here.
Yeah, it's 1st and 10 on the 8-yard line. Yeah, I think if you're the return man for Tinora, you might have been screwed either way because he got tackled there, and like you said, if he'd have let it go, it would have been even worse.
So 2:48. Rams with all 3 timeouts. They're pinned deep in their own end on the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 Rams. They're going to put DeLarber and Camiso behind Schaefer. And they're going to come left with Camiso. He's tackled immediately.
Nothing doing.
That's Lance Woods having a heck of a ball game. Number 11, Lance Woods. And number 71, Trenton Stahl.
I think we're almost calling Lance Woods' name as much as we were calling Kimmerly's last week.
You know, it always seems like Lance Woods is in the right place at the right time.
Right.
Heck of a ball game. On that note, also, here's another one of my long-distance shout-outs. Lance Woods' sister is in Arizona. I'm not sure if it's Victoria or if it's Allie, but a big shout-out to those Blue Devil fans in Arizona watching the Blue Devils. It's got to be Victoria because I think Allie married a New Wriggle girl.
Right.
So 2:07 left and counting. 2nd down and 8 for the Rams. Rugby scrum again here. Nothing doing. We'll let that clock run in that rugby scrum. 150 now and counting. 3rd down and long for the Rams. You use the timeouts if you're Coach Merschman.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think about it.
You know, you use your timeouts here and you get it back. I suppose you got to see whether they convert here or not, but you got 3 timeouts. Both coaches have 3 timeouts here, so I'm sure Coach Krause is going to run off as much time as he possibly can. Play clock is at 13, 12, 11.
We're counting. Yep.
Game clock is at 1:26 and counting. They're going to break huddle with 5 seconds left. Going to have to hurry a little bit. 2, 1. They get it off. Confusion, but DeLarbert, nope, that's number 11 this time. That's Cole Anders. Timeout for the Blue Devils. Timeout, Blue Devils. Coach Merschman's running out there as fast as he can. The near side didn't see that. Coach Merschman was, I think that's about as fast as I've seen Coach Merschman go, but luckily he didn't trip there. Probably should add about 5 seconds on to that clock because Merschman was running from about the 35-yard line there.
Mo, I got a new word for you, at least from that last tackle. They always say dog pile.
Yeah, they're going to add time. They're going to put 1:10 on the clock.
People always say dog pile with defensive tackles like that. I don't know if it'll make much sense, but devil pile. He got piled on right there.
So the Rams still have to punt here. 4th down and 4 at the 14-yard line. Hey, you got Anthony Bell and Bryce Conti, who are great return men. Both have touchdown returns on the year. It would be nice to see a big punt return here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
I think you put the return on, try to see what you can get as much yardage as you can, and then hope you go into that into this last series with a little bit of clock and all 2 timeouts under your belt, right?
Yeah, and even if you can't score a touchdown this drive, if you could get into Cool Papa's range, you still go up 10-0. I mean, in a game like
you only need about 20 yards here to get into Cool Papa's range.
So of course, like we want to score a touchdown, obviously, but if you can't, at least you have that weapon.
Schaefer, the quarterback, to punt. He fields it, gets it off. It's going to go right to Anthony. Nope, going to bounce, and they're going to let it roll. So it's going to go into Ram territory. 1 minute left in this first half. Blue Devils are going to have 55 yards to try to get in the end zone. 2 timeouts to do it. Well, exactly what we were hoping for, Lucas. Heck of a ball game.
Right. We got a dogfight going on here.
You got to feel good if you're the Carey Blue Devils, you know. Traditionally, we are a second-half team anyway, so.
And we get the ball back in the second half, don't we?
So, yeah, you know.
So.
With the way we played all year, I don't. If you haven't watched the Blue Devils, we're a second-half team and tend to get on the throttle in that second half against Colonel Crawford, against Gallion.
Right. And against Van Buren last week.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball there. Not much of an effort on that play. Is that Lonsway with the keep?
I think Lonsway kept it.
No real gain there. Maybe kind of like to see him.
I don't know what that call was for, but they're down there playing and we're not, so I'm not sure about that one. See if we can get it off.
Lonsway drops back. And nothing doing.
I think now you just want to go into the locker room.
Who's that tackle, number 12? Number 12 is Braden Rossetti.
Rossetti.
That's a sack there for Rossetti. It's going to put the Blue Devils at 3rd down and now 17?
Right.
Under 20 seconds left in the half. They can run this out now because they just reset the play clock. You can just you don't have to run a play here if you don't want to if you're the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I'd just let it run.
I'd just go in the locker room at this point. You don't have to run a play, so I wouldn't. Looks like Coach Merschman may take a timeout here.
Why would he do that?
Timeout. He's going to run one play. Nope. I thought he was going to call it. He was standing right beside the official like maybe he's going to take a timeout.
But hey, we're up 7-0.
7-0 Blue Devils. We got a dogfight here in Carey at C.D. Wentling Field.
7-0, and the Blue Devils get it back to start the second half, I think, too. Right, Mo?
I'm going to do my other long-distance shout-out since we got a second here. So, one of my old classmates, Kylie Bame, who was the quarterback and defensive end for us in the class of 1990, Kylie and his dad, Paul Bame, are watching from Texas.
Howdy, y'all.
What's up, Kylie? And my other one, we're going to go in all corners of North America. The guy who's been watching this all year, class of 1969, Jeff Snowbarger, down there in Florida. What's up, Jeff?
Yep. Good to see him tune in.
All right, so we're going to turn it over as the Tinora Rams band will perform, followed by the best darn band in the land, Phil Miller,
the Pride
and
of
the Pride of Carey Blue Devil Marching Band. We'll come back in about 17 minutes, folks.
Welcome to the 2021 Tinora Marching Ranks. Under the direction of David Middleton, Assistant Band Director Chelsea Green, Guard Director Megan Wiles, and twirler instructor Jordan Robertson. The band is under the field direction of Gavin Haskins. Tonight we take you on an adventure through some of our past shows featuring music chosen by our senior class. Our first selection is from their sophomore year Black Eyed Peas show. Rock out with our band as they play. Let's get it started. Next up is the first song our seniors ever played as members of the Tinora Marching Band. The 6th top 10 single off of Michael Jackson's album Bad. Enjoy Smooth Criminal. We finish our performance with a song from last year's show, Monstrosity. Get up on your feet and join us as we get foolishly funky with another Michael Jackson tune, Thriller.
present the 2021 Pride of Carey, the Carey High School Blue Devil Marching Band. The Pride of seniors. Our first selection is from Katy Perry's third studio album, Teenage Dream, and was one of 5 singles from that album to reach #1. The seniors would like to remember all of their Friday nights, providing music, spirit, and energy to our football games. Here is Last Friday Night. This Diamond Certified song has sold over 6.8 million copies and is ranked as the 112th most popular song since 1958. While the seniors are getting ready to graduate, they will always follow the mantra of this song. Here is We Are Young. By the rock group Queen in 1978. While not initially popular upon release, it became popular through its use in various commercials, TV shows, and movies. In March of 2019, the song had over 500 million plays on Spotify, more nearly double that of any Rolling Stones, U2, or Led Zeppelin song. Here's the Pride of Carey performing Don't Stop Me Now. some scores of interest from Region 22. Extra Crestview leads Colonel Crawford 21-7 in the second quarter. Whenever you're ready. Liberty Center is up on Columbus Grove 14-0 at half.
All right. Welcome back to C.D. Wentling Field here in Carey. Pride of the Blue Devil Marching Band under the direction of Dr. Phil Miller there with a great performance as normal. So, Lucas, we got ourselves a dogfight here, right? 7-0 between the Tinora Rams and the Carey Blue Devils.
That's exactly what we were expecting. This is just, it's tough, grind them out, small school farm town football, and that's kind of what I was expecting going in.
It's a quick one.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be done here pretty early tonight if this continues. But, we get crazy things like that happen, right? You get a low-scoring game in the first half, and they come out and put up 50 in the second half or something.
Right.
So, I hope that doesn't happen. I'd be surprised. I would be happy if there was no more scoring in this game. It would make me perfectly happy. How about you?
I'd be fine with that. But I do have a key score, at least one key score. Liberty Central is up on Columbus Grove 14-0 at half.
Liberty Center 14, Columbus Grove 0. Yeah, that's a game like I thought could go either well. Liberty Center's again, like we talked about in the pregame, tough ball club and played a tough schedule. So, does it surprise me? Did we hear any other scores like Crawford or
I'm looking up
Crestview or anything?
I think Crestview. The last time I checked, Colonel Crawford. Crestview's up on Colonel Crawford 21-7.
21-7 Crestview over Colonel Crawford
in the second quarter.
So
yeah.
your prediction's holding up there so far anyways.
Right. Well, other than Columbus Grove. I mean.
So I'm going to throw out some more shout-outs here. We've been getting a whole bunch of comments to Mr. Ryder on the views. And so we've got them from all over the country. My cousin, Lisa Harder's down there in Texas, San Antonio. What's up, Lisa? And let's see, Lori Bose from New York.
There you go.
We got Denny Brandt from Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know if you're related to a Dave Wickheiser.
Not that
Dave
I know
Wickheiser's down in Sarasota, Florida. What's up, Dave?
The chances are I'm probably distantly related to him. Who knows?
We got Mr. Webb over there in Marion County listening to us. Mr. Webb's probably having himself a beverage right now. And then one of the Blue Devil football players from a number of years ago who's a state patrolman now and married a local girl, Orions. I think they're having a baby, too. Zach Sauber's watching down there in Cincinnati. So what's up, Zach? He's a former wrestler, too. So we got folks watching from all over the place. We appreciate you tuning in here to the Mo and Animal Show. We'll try to bring you a good product here.
I'm just going to say Blue Devil Pride nationwide. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the great part of this live stream is folks who would never get a chance to come and see the game probably can't get to a radio that will reach there, or watching from Canada and watching from Florida, watching from Texas, seeing their family from long distance away. So it's a great part of the live stream. It's not just folks who maybe just didn't feel like coming to the game. I think if you really wanted to come to the game, you're here because this stadium's pretty darn full.
Right.
And a lot of folks here are still watching it in person. But nice we get a chance to show the Blue Devils off to the rest of the people who can't be here. So what do you think keys to the second half are here, Lucas?
I think the keys for Carey, at least the biggest key that I can think of, is just don't lose your intensity. I mean, you're only up 7-0, and with the way Carey's been running the ball has been great, but all it would take would be a fumble or something that Tinora would recover, and the game could change like that.
Yep.
So if you're Carey, keep up your intensity, stay disciplined. I don't think Carey's really been called for many, if any, penalties, have they? I think all of them have been on the Rams.
That one little scuffle we had there, you can't get drawn into something like that
and
ruin your momentum. Can't get that untimely penalty to ruin some momentum, but keep grinding it out, keep moving the ball. Like we've talked there a couple times now, it's that third down conversions that kind of been the story of the game on both sides.
Right.
The Blue Devils got a couple timely third down conversions, and the Rams did not convert the real timely one down there inside the 10-yard line that really kind of cost them a chance to get some points on the board. So,
right. And Carey does get it back to start this half, don't they?
I believe I can't remember now. I think that's what you had said. So
I think they do. And so if you go down and march down and score a touchdown, you'll be up 14-0. That's a good. I'm not saying 14 is an insurmountable lead, but it's a nice little cushion the way this game's gone.
Yeah. So hopefully the Blue Devils can get right back on track. They've been a second half team thus far this year. Hopefully that pattern repeats itself, and hopefully the Blue Devils can come out here and move on to the next round. No, it's not going to be that easy. This Tinora Rams team's well coached. Coach Krause is a 24-year veteran of the coaching staff, and I heard a couple interviews with him. His father was also a longtime coach up there at Montpelier. I think they even named the field after him.
Oh, wow.
So, a lot of knowledge there on that other side, and I'm sure the Rams are going to make some adjustments here to give the Blue Devils some fits.
Yeah, and that's what I'm glad you brought that up because I really didn't mention it. But who's made what sort of adjustments? Like, I mean, you would think Tinora would have to be the one to make the adjustments, but maybe Carey might suspect something that Tenora's going to try. Maybe they need to counter it. So
85, Dylan Camp will kick off for the Rams. Back deep for the Blue Devils, number 40, Bryce Conti, and number 12, Anthony Cool Papa Bell. Underway here in the second half. Camp will kick off. It's going to go deep, and it's going to be Bell who fields it on a line. Going to have a little bit of room. Taken down immediately.
Good special teams
Not much
play.
of a gain there, but tackled by number 12, the sure tackling Braden Rossetti. Called his name a couple times tonight. So the Blue Devils will be just inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 here to start this second half. So they're going to put a few seconds back on the clock here. My son Reese must have ran a few too many seconds off the clock on that one.
Don't give him too hard a time for that.
I give him a hard time all the time, right?
Poor guy.
He deserves it.
Jeez.
So 1st and 10 now for the Blue Devils. Bell off to the left. Vallejo in the backfield with Lonsway. Double tight ends.
Classic Carey look.
Lonsway's going to drop back. He's got Conti.
He got somebody deep. He's open. He's open. Oh! I'll say he had it, but the corner.
Yep, there's the penalty. Kind of just barely ran into him a little bit, but it made a difference.
Right.
You know, it's one of those plays where you just stop and let him run into. You're going to get the penalty for sure. But
that's almost like kind of what you do in basketball.
Yeah.
Almost like you're trying to draw the foul.
Right. And I think that's exactly what happened there. You're going to get a 15-yard penalty on the pass interference there. It's an unfortunate call for the defender who was actually in pretty good position.
He had some good closing speed.
Yeah, just Conti had to come back for the ball, and then the kid, at running full speed had to stop. So unfortunate for the Rams, but a good positive play there for the Blue Devils. That might be a bit of a message sender that, hey, we can and will go deep. Try to open your pass or your run game up now with the pass there.
Well, didn't you say their secondary is susceptible to the big play? So we'll see.
Lonsway's going to roll left. Tries to cut it back. He's tackled by number 67. That's Javen Gaines. Javen Gaines, one of the guys I heard talked about by Coach Krause there. He was kind of impressed with one of their returning all-GMC players. Got in the backfield and corralled Derek Lonsway for a loss. 2nd down and 12 now for the Blue Devils.
Yep, 2nd and 12 at the Carey 41.
11:20 and counting. Blue Devils content to stay in the huddle there. Break huddle at 14. Double tights and stacked behind Lonsway. Going to hand it off to Bell. Finds a little bit of a seam, but not much. Only going to gain maybe 3 yards back to that original line of scrimmage there. 3rd down and long. Here's our 3rd down conversion. Looks like 54, Ashton Klaus may have tweaked that ankle again. Going to see number 51, Landon Kemmerly, come into that guard spot. Landon Kemmerly, the big middle linebacker who typically doesn't play on that offensive line, but they put in a package here this week, giving him number 51 to replace his normal 32, and he's going to play some guard there. Vallejo with the carry. They're going to go low and tripped him up. That's number 70. That's Hancock. One of the players that I heard Coach Krause talk a lot about there in those interviews that I heard during this week. I think he's an all-state player, Braden Hancock.
Right.
So 4th down and 7 now for the Blue Devils. They're going to have to punt.
The one thing, and I know we usually like to run Vallejo. I'm surprised Merschman didn't go for a pass there. It was 3rd and long. I don't know. But maybe he trusted his offensive line, and unfortunately for the Blue Devils, Tinora read that play and stuffed it out.
Bell to punt, Gavin Eckert to return, and Camiso to return. It's going to go to Camiso. Drives him back inside to 15. He's got room.
Good coverage, though.
Fumble. The ball's been fumbled.
Was he down first, though?
Nope, they're calling him down.
I thought he was down first. The fans don't like it, but I think he was down.
Rams will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 37 now. Their first possession of the second half.
Decent
Blue
field
Devils
position.
unable to do much there, with the exception of the 15-yard penalty. 9:46 on the clock. Still in this third quarter, 7-0 Blue Devils. You're going to put an eye behind Schaefer. That's Camiso and DeLarber. It's going to go to DeLarber. Not a whole lot of yardage there. Number 44, Cooper Broadman, I think, is in on that tackle, along with Gage Summit. Maybe Trenton Stahl as well. You know, one of the things that I heard Coach Krause talking about in an interview this week was they have a whole package for their quarterback, Schaefer, to run. They said they don't usually do it. They haven't done a lot, but they said they have a whole package in place that they can use. So let's see if maybe they choose to go to the running back, the quarterback with some running plays here.
I said maybe that'd be like an extra wrinkle.
A little confusion in that backfield. Schaefer kind of flips them around here.
2nd and 9
Sends
on the
DeLarber
28.
out to the left. They're going to come with the pitch.
He bobbled it there for a second.
Nice tackle there from Cooper Broadman. Number 44, the senior Cooper Broadman with a nice tackle. No real gain there. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 now for the Rams. So
And
both defenses are stiffening up here, Lucas.
Right. And like you said, and like we both said, it comes down to another 3rd down conversion here. Let's see which way this one goes. 3rd and 7 on the 30-yard line coming up.
3rd and 8. Edwards checks out. Camiso checks in. You're going to have Camiso in the backfield with Schaefer. DeLarber over here on this wing could be a dangerous release guy. Watch the backside. There's the running play from the quarterback. And they're not going to get it. Did that look like a design quarterback run to you, Lucas?
That was definitely a design quarterback run, and they did a good job rallying to the football and forcing the 4th down.
Well, I just went upstairs and talked to Greeny upstairs, and I told him exactly about that quarterback stuff, and he said, Coach Dyer's already on it. So Coach Dyer already knew that they had packages set up for a quarterback run, and I think they watched Columbus Grove's video from last year. Maybe had that snuffed out.
4th and 3 on the 34. We're going to punt it away here.
So Bell back to return. Camp to punt. Little line drive is going to get out of bounds.
Let that one go.
Yeah, Anthony. Thought he's going to go for it there. Anthony used to play baseball back in the day for me in junior high. He's a pretty darn good baseball player. I thought he might pick that up like a little shortstop and take off, but he didn't. He's a track athlete now and got all those wheels. So Anthony Bell's a very athletic, versatile kind of kid. So let's see what Coach Merschman and the Blue Devils have in their answer. 7:37 left in this third quarter. Blue Devils now, second possession of the second half.
Yep. First and 10 on the 29-yard line.
Vallejo in the backfield with Lonsway. Going to take Lonsway. He's going to follow Vallejo. And there's going to scrum. That scrum's going to get you another yard or two, but maybe a 4-yard gain on that play?
That'll work. I think you need to use the scrum more often.
I think Derek did a better job there of following Vallejo on that one. Get behind Jordan Vallejo and let him push some guys another 3 or 4 yards there. You know, you'll take 4 yards of carry here.
Oh, yeah. So 2nd and 6 on the 33-yard line.
Going to put Vallejo and Bell behind Lonsway. He's going to go under center this time, double tights. Looks like Isaac Carmen in front of those two. Going to be Bell, third guy through. He's going to get maybe 2 or 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 now. 6:50 and counting here in this third quarter. 7-0 Blue Devils.
This game is going insanely fast just because they're running the football.
Yeah, you almost, if you're Coach Merschman, you stay in that huddle a little bit longer and start burning clock with that lead.
Right.
I mean, you can't sit on it, of course, but, shorten this game up.
3rd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
So it's going to be Woods, Vallejo, and Bell behind Lonsway, double tight ends. They're going to go to Vallejo, who runs over a guy.
Beautiful run by the Winnebago.
Oh, yes, sir. Jordan Vallejo just ran over Brandon Edwards. Yeah, he's feeling that one. Gets up a little bit slow
Wow.
there. He found out what it was to get in the way of the Winnebago.
He's got his head down. He's walking a little slow. He says, Catch the license plate of that Winnebago that just hit me.
Yeah, that's one way to slow down Edwards. He's been the return guy and made a couple spectacular plays there, but he's got to be seeing some stars right now after meeting Jordan Vallejo. First down, Blue Devils. Big conversion there.
That's been the theme of the game.
Vallejo again runs into the brick wall. Nothing doing on that one. Eckert on the tackle along with number 4. That's Grady Gustweiler. Maybe a gain of 1 on that play. Clock winds, 4:30 left in this third quarter. 7-0 Blue Devils. Ball's now on the 44-yard line. I notice Ashton Klaus back in the ball game now.
Right.
A little bit hobbled on that ankle, but you're not going to keep the senior out of the ball game at this moment.
Oh, no way. 2nd and 9 on the 44.
Going to pass now. Off to E.J. Bowes, and he's going to convert the first down.
That was a nice pass.
Nice pitch and catch there for the Blue Devils.
Right.
E.J. Bowes, the pretty sure-handed tight end. Haven't called his name in several weeks, but early in the year, he was getting the ball quite a bit, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's a good thing that E.J. Bowes was down there on that play. He was a big target for Lonsway in the flat.
First down, Blue Devils now in Ram territory at the 45-yard line.
I think, you always think a quarterback's going to throw it to some flashy, slim receiver, but when you got a big tight end down there, that's an underrated weapon.
Lonsway's going to roll right. He's got a little bit of a seam. Cuts it inside. He's going to get 3 yards or so.
Yeah, that'll work.
I think Derek needs to hit the hole a little harder there. I think he had a little bit of room, and then, that fast pursuit by the Rams is filling those holes pretty quickly.
And we'll see how the rest of this game goes, Mo, but I think if Carey keeps running these running plays for, 3, 4, 5 yards, they're going to wear Tinora down, because Tinora is so much like us that I don't think they've ever faced a team that is as physical as us, at least this year.
4 minutes now left in this third quarter. Second down and 6 for the Blue Devils. Lonsway's going to come left, and he's going to hit. He's going to get about 2 or 3 yards maybe at the most. Yeah, this is just mouth mash football going on right now.
Smash mouth football?
Whatever, Blah, blah, blah. You can fix that for me. What did I say anyways? Mash mouth? Mush mouth.
You said smoush math or whatever.
And now it's contagious. Now we all got mush mouth. So third down and a long 3 here for the Blue Devils. See if they go back to the Winnebago. Pulling the guard.
Oh,
nope.
Nothing
nice
doing there.
Big play there by number 4, Grady Gustweiler. He jumped in the backfield to trip up Vallejo there.
That's probably exactly what you want to do. Go for his legs, and he did right there.
It looked very reminiscent of what the Van Buren Black Knights were doing last week.
In the first half.
Diving at ankles and trying to trip up Jordan Vallejo. So it's going to be 4th down and 5 now. Blue Devils will punt here. It's going to be under 3 minutes now left in this third quarter. Anthony Bell to punt. Back deep, number 2, Gavin Eckert. Number 6, Cole Camiso. Advantage Rams when it comes in the return game so far in this game.
Right.
Both kickoff and punt, they've been doing pretty well. Saving yardage and getting returns. All right. That's down by number 15, Dylan Ellis. Probably a good choice. Look, I had a little backspin on it. It was going to maybe bounce and come backwards. So you get it at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good
position
spot.
There.
That's a good spot if you're the defense. Although, if you're Mershman, what do you dial up on defense? Because they can make big plays.
Yeah,
you want to be aggressive, but you don't want to be stupid
I
aggressive.
think you just got to play some disciplined defense here.
Right.
Don't try to change up too much. Keep doing what you've been doing. It's been working. I think, again, we keep an eye on that quarterback plays here. 2:40 left in this third quarter. Rams come out. Stacked in the box here. Going to run it.
Steen is after him.
Uh-oh.
Out into the flat. He's got open space.
Yeah, we got a hold. That's holding back. It's either legal downfield or a hold there. 3 different flags on the field, so that's likely going to come back. That's legal downfield. One of the officials just signaled legal downfield. So,
I tell you what, though, I never saw Drew Steen move that fast. He was after Nolan Schaefer. He almost had him.
Yeah, when those plays tend to take that long a time to deal with, you get those, those linemen blocking. Can't hardly blame them blocking somebody to get downfield a little bit.
Yeah,
that's a big penalty there on the Rams. They're going to help the Blue Devils out.
2:32 left now. It's going to be a first down and 15.
Yeah, I think it's
right.
Yeah,
5 yards from the original line of scrimmage.
Right.
First down and 15 for the Rams. Oh, no. Taking the chop block. They declined the illegal downfield and took the chop block.
So it's 1st and 17 now. At least that's what the scoreboard says.
Was that half the distance penalty? It was.
I think it might have been,
so
yeah.
it's 1st and 17, a half the distance penalty there.
On the 6-yard line.
So you're going to have Camiso and DeLarber behind Schaefer, who's under center. Drops back to pass. Whistle blowing. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Another false start there.
We got a penalty on the Rams.
And the entire team is firing up this crowd.
Number 6, Camiso, wasn't on the line. So he was lined up incorrectly on that play. It's going to be another 5-yard penalty.
Wow.
Rams going in the whole wrong direction here, but it's still first down. Still only first down here, so the Rams have 3 plays to try to get back in business, but right now they're going the wrong way here.
First on a country mile.
Do you have, you bring a blitz here, or do you just keep playing conservative?
I would think about bringing it. I mean, you're that close.
Man, how big would a safety be in this?
Oh, that'd be
kind of ball game?
huge. In a game
Might
like
as well get
this,
a touchdown.
you get 2 points and you get the ball. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I would think about it.
and Camiso behind Schaefer. Going to hand it off to Camiso. Nothing doing there.
Nowhere.
He ran into somebody. Brick wall. No, that's Trenton Stahl, the all-state lineman. Trenton Stahl blew that play up from the beginning. So no gain there. That's under 2 minutes now left in this third quarter. Second down and 20 or so for the Rams. Momentum shift is on
Yeah,
here.
they definitely got a yard at second and 19 at the 4, but they didn't really go anywhere there.
Same formation here. You got to figure maybe some misdirection here or something. Quarterback's
Penetration.
They got a guy open.
Oh, crap.
Kind of a lucky play there. It's a busted play.
All right.
Schaefer's kept with it, found his receiver downfield. That was number 11, Cole Andrews. So nice big game for the Rams. They get out of their own end zone.
The Rams, that's exactly what they needed there. That was a big busted play for the Blue Devils.
So 125 now. Rams in business there with that big play. They're out to the now 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Handing off to DeLarber. Nothing doing there. I think the Blue Devils have the run game snuffed out. That's number 11, the senior Lance Woods with the tackle. We're going to be under a minute now left in this third quarter.
Mo, I'm just going to say it. I was wrong. I thought if you could shut down the running game, that would shut down Tinora, but they could still make plays with the passing game.
Yeah, and timely. Well,
right.
He's had some time. I think Schaefer's doing a heck of a job, getting out of trouble and, finding what he can, but jet sweep. They're going to throw it. Nothing to fumble. Bush Brahman recovered that.
Oh, man. Beautiful.
Got too cute there for the Rams.
Wow.
Little jet sweep that they're going to try to throw out of. All stuffed out there by the Blue Devils. I don't know who knocked it loose, but number 64, Bush Broadman, fell on it.
Attaboy, Butch.
Cover Blue Devils. So the first big play of the second half goes to the Blue Devils.
A massive shift here in momentum.
29 seconds left in this third quarter. Blue Devils in business at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Wow, big momentum shift there.
We thought the momentum shifted with that big pass for Tinora, but man, it swung back the other way.
2 shifts there in the last 30 seconds.
Right. I love the game of football.
Lonsway's going to follow his blockers. Nothing doing.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere on that play.
And these are smaller guys. That DeLarber, number 22, and number 12, Braden Rossetti, they've been all over that left end there.
Right.
He's not getting the blocking on that right side. 2nd down and 10 now for the Blue Devils. Clock winding. This is going to be the last play.
Of the
3,
third quarter.
2, 1. That'll take us to the end of this third quarter. Score still 7-0 Blue Devils.
Well, Mo, I got 2 words for you. Gut check time.
Sure is. We talked about this. We thought the advantage would be the big Blue Devil offensive and defensive line putting that weight on the Ram defenders and wearing them out. This is the kind of game where a lot of times you see that pay dividends.
Right.
It's like a boxing match where the guy goes to the body and punches to the body for 6, 8, 10 rounds, and then in the 11th or 12th knocks him out. So hopefully that can hold true here for the Blue Devils. We've been grounding and pounding for what 36 minutes now. Let's see if we can keep that up here for the last 12. Keep the Rams out of the end zone. Looks like, if the Blue Devils can get another score, that might
seal it.
The way this game has been going.
Although I'll even say this, and I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched, but look at where we are. You're at the 31-yard line. If you get about, 5, 10 more yards and you don't get a touchdown, like I said, I don't like field goals over touchdowns. I don't. But in a game this close, that could be a weapon too.
Yeah, the flag is dead still here at C.D. Wentling Field, so win will not be a factor if Anthony Bell is called on to kick a field goal. Summit, Vallejo, and Bell behind Lonsway. They're going to go to Vallejo, and they're going to get the ball moving there. Nice gain there for Jordan Vallejo. He's going to get about 6 yards.
Yep. Look at this.
It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Yep, 3rd and 4 on the 26.
Yeah. I just about bet you, though, Mershman will go for this. If he gets inside of 3 yards, he's going to go for it on that 4th down.
Oh, yeah. Yep, 3rd and 5 on the 26.
Familiar formation again. This time Lance Woods is the first guy. Going to go to Bell. 3rd guy through. Has a little bit of room.
He's got a save. Go, Cool Papa, go! Go!
Tripped up there.
Oh, man. Woo-hoo!
I think that was number 6, Cole Camiso, who tripped him up. I think Anthony was focused more on the stiff arm than he was just running for the corner, but big play there for a Cool Papa.
That
Anthony
was
Bell.
huge.
11's on the board here. 11 left in this 4th quarter. 7-0 Blue Devils. And now it's 1st and goal.
Yep, 1st and goal on the 7.
Familiar formation here for the Blue Devils, challenging the Rams to stop them. It's going to go to Vallejo, and he's going to carry some guys for a few more yards. And the clock runs. 10:50 and counting. Isaac Carmen checks out, the big 220-pound fullback. Basically another blocker.
Right.
Lance Woods, the senior, number 11, is going to check in. I'm sure you're going to see the same formation here for the Blue Devils. Taking their time in the huddle. Plenty on the play clock. 15, 14, 13. Blue Devils probably content to run as much as they can off. Lonsway has that play clock right in front of him also here at Wentling Field.
2nd and goal from the 4.
Nothing doing. Went to Woods that time. Nothing doing. Just good penetration there from the Rams. 10-10 and counting. You almost don't feel bad if you take two shots here to score.
Right.
Just run some more clock off here. You can get that score, then it's in the Rams' hands.
I think it's 3rd and goal from the 4.
We've won some packages down here of pass plays to Conti. I see Conti checked in the ball game. You release him and throw him to the corner? Jump ball Conti?
Maybe,
I'll take that any
You
day.
could do that.
Lonsway with the sweep. Nothing doing. There's too much quick pursuit for that to work. Come on.
That should be a flag. That's a flag. That was poor. I understand playing hard and hitting the offensive player hard, but that was just poor.
That's all right.
Good
no
flag.
problem there. So
Lonsway got shoved to the ground. That was just poor sportsmanship. I'm sorry, Mo. I'm hot after that. That was wrong.
Clock stopped.
I think
okay.
I think Lonsway got tattooed on that one. That was not right. There's hitting.
Personal
and
foul.
there's cheap.
Yeah, they called it. That's going to be the 1st down.
Good.
If that's us in that play, though, we want our guys to keep coming. It's one of those plays, it's unfortunate for the Rams. And
right.
I think we look at that as a foul, but to me, that's hard playing. You don't want to stretch your guys down on defense. So I get it both ways, but that's a tough one to swallow if you're Coach Krause in the Rams.
I thought they already blew the whistle, though, didn't they, at the time?
Yeah, but you're still coming after it, It is what it is. So 9:24 and counting. There's 23 seconds and counting on the play clock. And hopefully Lonsbury just sits there and lets the clock run a little bit.
Right.
No need to score too quickly. Going to Vallejo, nothing doing there, folks. He did not get in. He did not get in. They're going low there, getting nice penetration from their defensive linemen, and then their other guys are cleaning up. So,
Was there a fumble? Because the crowd's going nuts for Tinora over here.
Yeah.
It was
I
a
think
fumble.
they're calling fumble.
Wow. Yeah, they did. Wow, that's a big shift.
Wow.
9:02
Okay, I didn't see
left.
that.
I didn't see that coming.
All right, well, big change there.
That was huge.
So the Blue Devils go from knocking on the door to sure score to now a 99 yards away from a tie. 9:02 left. First down.
I'd bring the house here, Mo. I'd try to get a safety.
They're not going to get this play off. It's three seconds left in the play clock. They're going to take a timeout. Yeah, so they're going to have to burn a timeout there. You know, that could be a valuable timeout looking ahead, but I think they just weren't ready for that turnover either. I didn't quite see what happened there on the turnover. A big unfortunate play there for the Blue Devils. Hopefully that doesn't come back and bite you, but I guess if you have to fumble and turn it over, the 1 yard line is the one place to do it.
Right, if you're on the defensive side of the ball for the Blue Devils, yep.
So 9:02 left in the ball game. 7-0 Blue Devils. Rams just got the big turnover with their own back to their own wall there, and so they got 99 yards to try to even this ball game. 9 minutes left to do it and 2 timeouts.
This game's far from being over.
Yeah, if you're the Blue Devils, you got to force them to go the long way. Force them to go that grinding play, and hope if they can't pull it off. But then again, you get a score here if you're the Rams. You go for 2 to try to get the win. I think I probably would.
Yeah, because that's the last thing you need if you're Tinora. You score, go for the extra point, and then get it blocked.
Or the tie, and then you don't get a chance ever again,
Right. But there's a long way to go for Tinora here. If you're Carey, be disciplined, but I would think about bringing the house.
They got the beef package on the defensive line for the Blue Devils. Easton Carody, Trenton Stahl, Drew Steen, all in the ball game there. Got a little bit of breathing room. They got out to about the 4 yard line there. Looks like Camiso maybe with the carry. Did give themselves 4 yards, so second down and 7 or so for the Rams.
Yep, 2nd and 7 from the 4. You're right.
8:30 and counting. Rams in no hurry. Under 15 on the play clock. Break huddle. Schaefer's going to go under center here. Camiso in the backfield is going to come in motion. That's a false start there.
Wow.
False start. Rams are going to give back what they just gained.
Right.
Half the distance to the goal. 8:20. And the clock winds. 8:15 left in the ball game. Schaefer still at the sideline getting the instructions there from Coach Krause. Under 8 minutes now left. Under 10 seconds left on the play clock. See if they can get it off in time.
They got to get this off. They got
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Barely. Just barely.
Completed at number 10. He went backwards. Coach Dyer was trying to get a timeout there. Didn't get it. Probably luckily so.
Probably a good thing he didn't, yeah.
So third down and about 5 here for the Blue Devils. 7:30 and counting. 7-0 Blue Devils. Ball's now on the 6 yard line. Whole new package coming in here for the Rams. Looks like I got a couple big boys checking in.
Yep, 3rd and 5 from the 6. Crucial 3rd down.
Camiso checks in. They're going to run this ball. This is a running play. Nope. He slipped. Pick 6. Whoa! Oh, beautiful. Pick 6, baby. Bryce Conti, the all-state defensive back. They They challenged
Wow!
Bryce Conti, and they lost. Bryce Conti with the big pick 6. Why would you throw at Bryce Conti?
I have no idea, but obviously they didn't study him on film.
The receiver slipped, and that was a big factor, but Conti was all over it.
Yes!
Touchdown, Blue Devils!
Yeah, baby!
Momentum shifts again. Now this extra point's big.
I know there's a long way to go, but I think you just, if you're a Tinora fan, I'm sorry. I think you just officially hit the panic button. This was a big score for the Blue Devils. Huge score.
Bad snap there.
Wow.
Extra point is good. Blue Devils strike again. 14-0, 7:06 left in this fourth quarter of this ball game.
Mo, I think they should chain us to both of our chairs up here. This was nuts.
Yeah, I think I almost grabbed you and threw you out the window.
You did.
Hopefully you don't have hair on your back because I probably just pulled some out.
Well, if that's the case, you'd have to call me Chewy instead of the animal. Oh, man.
A big moment in the ball game.
Wow.
The momentum shifts in the last 5 minutes have been pretty ups and downs here. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster, and I don't like roller coasters. Wow. Senior Bryce Conti extends his school record interception record. Adds another one.
How many does
The
he have
biggest of
now?
his career. I think that's number 16.
Wow.
So probably the biggest of his career. The pick 6 puts the Blue Devils up by 2 scores in this big Region 22 ball game here at Carey. Anthony Cool Papabell to kick. Back deep, the dangerous Brandon Edwards. And number 11, that's Cole Anders. Both guys have been burners today. Big deep one from Anthony Bell. That's going to make the end zone. Oh,
wow!
On the 2. Anthony Bell pitched him a knuckleball. Fumble!
Oh, my goodness! Did they get it?
Ball!
They got it!
Carey ball!
They got it!
That
Wow!
was number 14. Number 14, Connor Norton, the sophomore, with the recovery.
Mo, I would say
6:58 left.
this is about the loudest I've heard a Carey crowd in about a decade. This is beautiful.
Well, I'm sure my wife is probably screaming at me right now to be quiet. She told me last week I was a little too loud, so. Big moment there in the ball game. Rams kind of just shot themselves in the foot there.
Wow.
Man, Anthony Bell had a little backspin on that thing. It just died on the 2-yard line. That ball never moved.
You know, I think if
He
Carey,
hit a sand wedge and
you're right.
put a divot on the green.
I think if you're Carey, if you score again here, that's about the nail in the coffin. This is
On
getting
way to
close.
the keep and nothing doing. Play has not worked today for the Blue Devils. You know, the Rams just got too quick of a pursuit. You don't have the time to run that kind of play. I think you just try to pound it. So clock's ticking. 6:30 and counting on the game clock. 22 left on the play clock. Hopefully, senior Derek Lonsway lets this run down under 5 seconds. It's all about the clock now for the Blue Devils.
Right.
Double stack behind Lonsway.
2nd and 12 on the 30.
He's going to throw it. Got Conti. Wide open,
He's
Conti.
open.
Oh,
Not
in
quite.
and out of his hand. Tough catch.
That was a good play.
He was diving and laterally on his back there, but in and out of his hands there.
That was a good play by Cole Camiso, but he almost had that.
I would have taken that shot. That's worth the shot there. I would like to see Lonsway take a little bit more time off the clock on those plays, but 6:12 left. 3rd down and 12 now for the Blue Devils. 14-0. Gotta hurry now. It's under 10 seconds. Play clock is under 10. They're not going to get this off.
Have to burn a timeout.
Going to have to take the timeout there. 6:12 left in this ball game. 14-0 Blue Devils after that Conti pick 6.
Mo, I know we got another big 3rd down. I'm just going to say it. And everybody at home, forgive me for ruining your speakers, but man, this game is wild. Woo! Let's go!
So Coach Merschman going to talk it over. I feel like you're got to do a running play here, get some clock going. You know, whatever happens. You either go for it on that 4th down or you kick the field goal or something. But yeah, it's almost too far for a field goal and
Yeah,
you're
you're
close to punt, so you're going to go for it twice here.
You're kind of in no man's land right here. Yeah, absolutely.
The clock becomes important, I think. So if you run it here, you either force the Rams to take a timeout or you run another minute or so off the clock. So the hometown crowd's fired up here. The folks from Defiance on the other side in green are pretty quiet. Big moment here in the ballgame. Another third down. 6 minutes left. Ball's way in the shotgun. He's going to drop back and pass. Better get rid of it. He's got pursuit coming.
Throw it away, Derek. Throw it away.
Incomplete. Intended for Bryce Conti. Clock stops. 6:04 left.
Do you think Cool Papa could make one from here? I
think he can, but
that'd be a long one.
I don't know if you want to give that field position up if you don't make it.
I know. You're up 2 scores, but we're still not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, but, the field goal makes it 3 scores, though. I think
Yeah.
they are going to kick it here.
Okay.
Anthony Cool Papa Bell, the all-state kicker, is going to kick one from the 30-yard line.
This will be from 47 yards. That's the formula. Don't you add 17?
He was making them for 47 here at home there a couple weeks ago, so yeah, go ahead and Derek Lonsway is going to take the timeout here, make sure we have it all set. So someone wasn't on the field who was supposed to. It looked like maybe number 15, Dylan Ellis, was supposed to be on that extra point or field goal team and wasn't out there, so had to call the timeout, didn't have the personnel on the field. Big moment here. You get a crazy block and return for a touchdown, and it's a 1-score game.
Yeah, Mo, I think you're going a little hoarse.
I'm definitely hoarse.
I think he's going a little
I had
hoarse.
to go down at halftime and get a drink because I knew it was going to go.
But no, you're right. If they get a block and return this one, it could swing the game back the other way.
Yeah, and the way this roller coaster has been going, it wouldn't surprise me. Well, let's hope Anthony Cool Papa Bell can put one through the uprights here and make this a 3-score ball game. No, they're going to punt it. Anthony's going to punt here. Little change of plan.
See if he can coffin corner it.
Or you go for it. Let him run it.
Or maybe fake it. Yep. Nope, punt.
Little pooch.
High one.
Hit one of their guys. It did almost hit number 22, DeLarber. So
You're right.
5:56 left in the ball game. Blue Devils up by 2 scores. Let's see what Coach Krause and the Rams can come up with here. Kind of got their backs against the wall now. You're going to have to go 90 yards here. 5:56 and only 2 timeouts left. The Rams don't look like they're equipped to go quick. They've been under center and in the huddle the whole game, and they haven't moved too quickly.
Oh, man.
2 yards and out of bounds. That's the number 11, Cole Anders, but that's not going to get it done for the Rams. It stops the clock, but you only get about a half a yard.
I was just going to say, Mo, I don't think, like you said, Tinora is built to go this way. That kind of reminds me of what it was like when I was in school, when we didn't lose too many games, but the ones we did lose, that was often the situation. Because usually teams like Tinora and Carey are built to, dictate the game to the opponent. And so when the opponent flips it back around, it's usually bad news. Because they're not built to come from behind like this.
I think you just play solid defense here.
Right.
Make the Rams go the long way. Nothing doing there. Incomplete to number 6. That's Cole Camiso. It's going to be third down and basically 9 or 10 yards now for the Rams.
Yeah, we got 3rd and 9 at the 11.
So exactly the kind of ball game we thought we would have here, folks.
This has been a dogfight.
Blue Devils sure hope this score remains the same and pitch another shutout. Send the boys from Tinora back to Defiance County on the long bus. He broke from the huddle and went to the sideline. Isn't that illegal? I think that's illegal, isn't it? Yeah, that's a penalty.
Yep, flag. Yep, you're right.
Oh, they ran out of play clock.
Or is that what?
Ran out of play clock.
Oh, man.
Delay a game. How can you get a delay a game with 5 minutes left in the ball game like this?
I don't have any clue.
They're just taking. They got guys huddled up. The quarterback huddled up on the sideline with the coach, not getting the play in quickly enough.
You know, what I'm going to say is Tinora is a good team. They're a great team, but I almost think there's just like a lack of poise, lack of discipline going on.
Well, they haven't had a challenging game since week 3, so
Nope.
you know if you don't have to go quickly and you've never played from behind, it's tough to deal with. Back to pass.
3rd and
Schaefer.
14.
He's got a guy open. Nothing doing there. Incomplete. That was intended for number 4, Grady Gusweiler. Had double coverage on that. Smiley and Conti were all over that coverage. So 4th down deep in your own end, you just about have to punt, don't you?
I would think. You're literally on like the 6-yard line. So if you go for it and don't get it, you're obviously
punt's about a high percentage as what any play you could run from here.
right.
They're going to go ahead and go for it.
Oh wow.
Call the timeout on defense? Nope.
Going deep.
Nothing doing.
Nothing doing. You're
The
right.
Blue Devils are going to take over on downs at the 5-yard line. And you can guarantee you Coach Merschman's going to punch this in if he can. 5:36, too much time to sit on it. Best thing that could happen here for the Blue Devils, about 2 or 3 hard running plays and a score.
Yep, 1st and goal on the 6. Mo, I think you're right. I think I would have punted there if I was Tinora, but
You know, our guy fumbles, something. You got about as good a shot on that play as the play they're in.
and you're basically guaranteeing Cool Papa a field goal if they don't get it in, at least.
Going to go to Bell. Nothing doing there. There's just way too much penetration from the Rams. I mean, there's 4 guys in the backfield with white jerseys on. The
Right.
blocking is not there for the Blue Devils at this moment. You most want to go to a different formation. The Rams have seen this for 2 quarters in a row, the same formation. Spread it out and do something different.
And now if you're Carey, the main thing, I got 3 words for you. Milk that clock. Just milk the clock.
Yep, we're going to go under 5 minutes now in this ball game. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Blue Devils break huddle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to go to the Winnebago. He spins off. Jordan Vallejo in this
Touchdown!
He spun off that first tackler and then tiptoed into the end zone.
Man, that was a
Touchdown, Jordan Vallejo.
That was a nice little
Extending
run.
his school record touchdown for a season. He's going to be nearing 30 touchdowns on the season.
Wow.
For Jordan Vallejo. Blue Devils park the Winnebago in the end zone for a touchdown. 4:47 left. Anthony Cool Papa Bell, the all-state kicker. Carter Smiley to hold. E.J. Bowes to snap. Set, and it's up. And it's no good. That was wide left.
Wow. That's like the first time wasn't it the first or second time he's missed this year?
That's the second one all year, and he didn't miss it all last year. So 2 misses in 2 seasons. Unfortunately, you don't want to have to happen here, but looks like maybe the ball game's in hand. I'm sure Coach Dyer and the Blue Devils would like to keep that 0 on the other side of that scoreboard also.
You're getting to this point where it's this late in the game. I would almost consider, if you're the defense, if Tinora would happen to score, even if it's a field goal, you take it personal.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to see any starters come out of this ball game for the Blue Devils.
Oh, no.
So, have you seen any updates or scores on the Colonel Crawford Crestview
Well,
results?
last time I checked, it was Crestview 28, Colonel Crawford 7 in the 3rd quarter.
So last time we checked, 28-7, Ashland Crestview over the Colonel Crawford Eagles. That would be the next round matchup for whichever team wins this ball game. At the moment, it looks like it will be the Carey Blue Devils. That would be a neutral site ball game. I think a lot of folks, and I thought maybe we would get another home game if Colonel Crawford could upset there, but that is a neutral site ball game next week.
Right. And I know we got 4:47 left, but for those of you watching, unfortunately, this is the last home game of the year for the Mo and Animal Show. I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. This has been a wonderful season for us.
Boom.
Oh, boy.
Big hit there.
Wow. Good
That was
night.
number 4. Sam Cole? Who was that? Number 6.
Is that Madamo?
Jordan Madamo with
Yeah.
the big hit.
Wow.
Yeah, Jordan Madamo. Nice junior who gets in the game sometimes on the defensive side of the ball. Also made a big hit there. He works for me in the summer at the pool, too, as a lifeguard.
But no, he can still bring the lumber.
All right, so let's see what happens here for the Rams. See if they try to go through the air or stick to their traditional run game. You're going to send DeLarber in motion. They release the guy down the middle.
He's looking to go deep, and Butch.
Got number 6, Camiso.
Yeah, it was a good throw.
Braden Frederick chases him down from behind, tries to strip it, but big gain there for Camiso and the Rams. Clock winds, 4:30 left in the ball game.
I say Schaefer, he might have got that one out, but, man, he took a shot from Butch Broadman after that.
Senior Derek Lonsway, the quarterback, checks into the game here at defensive back.
Got to make sure
He has traditionally been a defender, but they usually don't play him.
Right. Going deep.
Interception, Conti.
Almost.
That nearly was an interception for Bryce Conti. He had better position than Camiso.
I'm like you, Mo. I don't know why they go at him. He's an all-stater for a reason.
Camiso was right there, stride for stride with Conti, but that would have been the icebreaker there. 4:09. Clock stops with the incompletion. 2nd down and 10 for the Rams. Ball sits on the 42-yard line. Taking their time again here. They're going to break the huddle at 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Sending the house downfield. Got a guy open. Pick! Pick!
Another
E.J.
interception.
Bowes. Go down, E.J.
Beautiful.
Number
Beautiful
88,
play.
E.J. Bowes with the pick. That will just about do it there, Blue Devil fans. 4 minutes left in the ball game. Big turnover there for the Blue Devils. Like you said early in the before the pregame, the Rams just start made for that passing game. They had a guy open over the middle there, but just went right through his hands.
Right.
Luckily dropped into E.J. Bowes'.
And they can still make big passing plays, but I don't think their passing game's fleshed out enough that they can count on those plays all the time.
You know, when you're not doing it all the time, you don't get as sharp with it. So
Right. Well, that'll be interesting for next week if Carey makes it out of this, because I think Crestview's a passing team.
this is going to be run, run, run. It's all about the clock now. Vallejo hits the line, and they're going to try to strip this out.
That's about the last chance. That's about the last chance Tinora has to win this game, or to get back in this game, I should say.
So 2 yards.
Somebody's down. Injured Blue Devil on the field. Not good.
So 3:44. 2nd down and 9 for the Blue Devils.
Somebody looks really hurt.
Injured Blue Devil.
I
Looks
don't
like
know.
maybe an ankle.
I don't know who that
Might be
is.
Klaus again with the ankle.
Oh boy. Yeah, and this place goes from
Yeah, it's Klaus.
this place.
Pretty
goes
sure
from,
that's the senior, Ashton
Right.
Klaus. He's kind of had some ankle troubles lately anyways.
maybe he re-aggravated it. Yeah, this place goes from.
Nope, it's not Klaus. He's in the
Oh
huddle.
man.
Cole Phillips noticed that for me.
Yeah, this place goes from extremely loud to you can hear a pin drop in here.
Yeah, it's dead quiet right now. That's 53. That's Ferguson. Big lineman Colin Ferguson. Boy, you sure don't want to see that. Going into next week's game, you like to have your healthy lineman there.
he's
Yeah,
trying.
it looks like it's probably a little twist or tweak, but maybe not bad enough to keep him out.
He's trying to walk on it.
Got big old Coach Steen there to carry him.
Right. Well, and the other thing too, the only good thing coming out of that is you get this game over with and he can go home and rest it, because it looks like he can still kind of walk on it, but I hope he gets better soon.
Yeah, Colin's a tough guy. Not as tough as his sister Sydney, though. Clock winds.
3:40
and
left.
counting. Lonsway likely won't snap this until it's under 5 seconds. They're going to go double tights. Stack 3 guys behind Lonsway. It'll be Woods, Vallejo, and Bell. Haven't got much yards out of this formation for the last couple series, but They're going to pitch it out to Bell. Rams got the penetration again.
Good wrap up there.
Rams are just too quick there. 24 Dallas Dawsonhouse with the tackle. Going to lose some yards there. So it's under 3 minutes now left in the ball game. 25 seconds left on the play clock. 3rd down and 11 for the Blue Devils. Ram band is still trying to keep the atmosphere alive over there on the other side, but dead silent from the crowd. Blue Devils ready to erupt when this clock goes to zeros.
Oh, man. Big win.
And not getting anything out of this play. Not quite sure why we keep running this play. It's not got any yards for the last quarter and a half or so. So
I don't know. Maybe just to run the clock off.
4th down and 10. So I think what you do here is you run it down to 1 and call the timeout, and then you kick it. Try to burn as much clock as you can.
I say about 20 seconds on the play clock.
15-14 on the game clock, play clock. Under 2 minutes now on the game clock. So they're going to take that timeout at 1 second on the play clock. Coach Merschman calls it. 1:49 left. The Blue Devils will punt. Up 20-0. Again, I told folks I wouldn't be surprised if it was a blowout one way or the other, and I wasn't surprised it'd be an overtime game. You got a pretty good ball game, though.
Right.
Especially if you're a Blue Devil.
Well, and now here's the interesting thing for next week, Mo. You got a stout Blue Devil defense against that Crestview passing game. Oh, man.
In Crestview would really, really like to get some revenge on the Blue Devils.
Oh, yeah.
We've kind of had their numbers the last couple of years. We've run into each other several times.
I think
it's the Blue Devils have won 2, and Crestview won 1 of those games.
Right. But again, like we were saying for previous games for other teams for the last year, the Blue Devils won big last year here, 42-14. I would throw that one out the window. Crestview, they're rolling. They're still undefeated. They're going to be undefeated after beating Crawford. And so you'll have an 11-1 Blue Devil team against a 12-0 Crestview team. That is going to be one heck of a barn burner.
So Bell to punt, back deep, Camiso and Edwards. He gets it off, barely. It's going to hit, and it's fielded, and he fumbled it.
Oh, man.
Fumbled it out of bounds. Trying to make a play there. Kind of fielded it like a shortstop and pushed it out of bounds there. But ugly. So Rams will have the ball at, 38-yard line or so. 140 left. Down 20. We'll give another big shout-out here. I told you Ryan Wentling was in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Lee Oriens is also there. He's showing me a picture of our live stream from their hotel.
Oh, that's
in Saskatoon, beautiful. Saskatchewan.
I love
What's
that.
up, Lee?
That is beautiful.
Pitching out here to Camiso, number 6. He cuts it back into the teeth of the defense.
Nothing doing.
Summit and Kemmerly there. No, that was Lance Woods and Summit. So the clock's going to run here. 1:25 now and counting. Rams are content to go to the huddle, so they're conceding the ball game now here. Another big shout out. I just got a message from my old college roommate, Eddie Rosman. He's watching in Arizona.
Oh, wow, cool.
Schaefer going to let it fly. He's got a guy open, and it's complete. He's going to get about 15 yards there to Camiso, but first down, the clock stops temporarily, but under 1 minute now.
Look at Vallejo dancing down there. They know it. They sense it. He was dancing around. They're ready for the next round, ladies and gentlemen.
55 and counting.
Bring on the Cougars. A rematch of last season.
Schaefer in the shotgun. They're going to be throwing it. Got to get a little pressure on here. Catch, and he's in bounds, so the clock's going to wind. Conti's okay with letting him catch that one.
Right.
Under 30 seconds now left. This will be about it. The play clock and the game clock match, so they do not have to run another play if they don't want to. Let's see if Coach Kraus decides to run a play. They will. This will likely be the last play of the ball game. Incomplete. A little pressure on that play by Gage Summit. It's going to be 3rd down and 3, 14 seconds left in the ball game. CD Wetling Field is about to erupt here.
They're
Blue Devils
ready.
advance to the 3rd round. Looks like it's going to be maybe 20-0 Blue Devils. They can keep the Rams out of the end zone in this last 14 seconds. Schaefer in the shotgun. Camiso right beside him. Lance Woods puts some pressure on. Incomplete. 4th down. 8 seconds left. Reese couldn't run off 8 seconds on that one.
No.
That's the one where there's like 1 second or 2 seconds left. You just let it go. Coach Krause looks like he wished it would have ran out also.
Right. I think they're about ready to go home, and I wouldn't blame them. Had a great season, but the Blue Devils are still rolling, ladies and gentlemen.
So what's the win streak now? 11? 11 in a row?
Win streak's 11 in a row. Now you got to run into Crestview, who's going to have a 12-game winning
What's
streak.
the school record for wins in a season? That 94 team had what?
12.
12, so you have to get one more.
They ended 12-1.
Schaefer complete to Camiso, and he goes down.
2 seconds.
Still 2 seconds left on the clock. It's going to start now. Game over.
I heard
And
fireworks.
the fireworks.
There we
in
go,
the
ladies
south
and
end
gentlemen.
zone.
The Blue
Carey-
Devils are one of the 16 best teams in Ohio right now for Division 6.
Carey Blue Devils 20, Tinora Rams 0. The battle of the 10-1 teams.
And there
goes
go
to
the
Blue
fireworks.
Devils. All right, Animal. We're done for the year.
Are you
the
kidding
Carey
me?
Blue Devils are not.
Oh. Well, hey, like I was telling you before this game started, it's sad that it's our last game of the year in the booth, but as long as the guys keep rolling, I'm happy. And guys, everybody listening, everybody who's there who can come to the game next week, carpool, talk to your friends. We got to go battle some Cougars.
Yeah. So I don't know how many views we ended up with here, but I think last time I talked to Mr. Ryder, he says like 600-700 people watching.
Oh, man.
A lot of those folks from all around North America, we appreciate you listening to us. Remember last year we had a couple guys in the service who were watching from Italy,
Overseas,
and
yeah.
Spain, and a couple other places. So, yeah, again, wish you were all here. Wish you could continue to watch this Blue Devil football team. They're an exciting bunch.
I
And
just
hopefully they can keep it going.
I just was going to say, for everyone who's tuned in, even from last year and into this season, we didn't know we were going to come back for another year, but thankfully the school board let us back in here. And I just want to say to everyone who's watched, thank you. From the bottom of Mo's and I hearts, thank you all. We really appreciate
Hey,
it.
we got to do one other shout. I don't know if we said this or not, but big shout out to our cross-country runner, Sarah Reinhardt.
Absolutely, yeah.
4 times on the podium in cross country. I think she's already been on the podium twice in track in the mile and 2 miles. So I gave Sarah a big hug down there and told her congratulations. Everybody carries just as proud of Sarah Reinhardt as are these Blue Devil football players. And we hope she has a great track season in the spring.
Right, absolutely. But thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
All right, so Crestview, you're pretty sure Crestview pulled out that win on the other side, so that's likely the opponent.
I would
Where do you
think.
think that game gets played, Lucas?
I'm not sure. How do they choose that? I don't know.
Well, usually kind of in the middle, so maybe at Tiffin Columbia would be good for us. Maybe at Mansfield.
Right.
Not sure where other. I don't know if Marion has a turf field someplace, but from what I understand, from all the games now to the final have to be on turf. I didn't know that was a rule, but somebody told me that tonight. So
Oh, man.
if that's true, Columbian would be great with me. I would be okay with that. Mansfield would be real close for Crestview, though. So I'm not sure where they'll put that game. But
You think we could carpool to next week's game? I'm ready to go. Let's
yeah,
go.
Take the Mo and Animal show on the road.
Yeah. Put us in a scissor lift up there.
All right, so what do you think?
Another
Another year for us in the books.
It's unbelievable how fast it's gone, but it's also unbelievable how much fun it's been up here. And you guys are the reason we do the things we do. You're the best fans in the world. And no, I'm not being biased. I'm just telling the truth. You guys are awesome. Thank you all.
All right, big thanks to our tech guy, Mr. Nick Ryder, who's
Right.
the mastermind behind this show.
Absolutely.
I'm Eric Mo Mahalan, and this is Lucas, the Animal Wickheiser, and we're going to sound off here from CD Wentling Field. Carey Blue Devil victory.
And hopefully
Go Blue.
we see you in 2022, guys. See you next season.